So a quick intro before this all starts to play, starting with the warning on the screen. Look up from your tablet, artists. Come on, gotta look at that warning. There we go. Anyways, this upload contains Jar's first video draft about Synnibear, the one where he decries her as opposed to defending her. The second is the call Jar had with Synny. While I took great amusement in essentially forcing one extremely butthurt obsessor to actually do some work for a change and scrub through the entire stream to piece the call together bit by bit, I've had my fun, and now it'll be available as a resource in general. The third item is the call Jar had with Suzy. Consider it the sister piece to the call he had with Mally that's now up on Beckett's channel. There's going to be a little section of a different call at the very end that I'm going to point out, but that's about it. After the first video, the background will just be art, so feel free to draw or do whatever. Enjoy.
I was going to make a video talking about a recent document that was released about me, but the situation has gotten much more serious as I realize the damage that I've caused.
Another person in the ARCCC has been outed as a bad person. Gee, that's surprisingly new. In other news, there's gonna be a sunrise tomorrow morning. Before I begin, I would like to make some disclaimers regarding this video. Number 1. One of the subjects involved in this video goes by a different name than they used to, due to identifying under a different name and gender. If you know the user by the name of Birdie within the animation meme community from years ago, a drama I actually made reference to in my last video, which I to this day do not know anything about, then you should know they now go by he, they pronouns, and they have changed their name to Jack. This is the ARCCC. Half the people in it are trans. When talking about their drama, I will refer to them as Birdie, but for the rest of the video, I will call them Jack as that is what they wish to be called. Number 2, this video is going to be monetized. I'm only going to use some of the money to pay the thumbnail artist and the editor of the video, but the rest of the money will go to Jack's GoFundMe to help them with their situation. If you would like to donate to the GoFundMe yourself, a link to it will be down below in the description and the pinned comment, along with a link to another GoFundMe to help save my friend's family restaurant. I know it doesn't seem like the time for it, but I promised my friend I would shout it out in every single video until we raise the money for it. I'm bringing all of this up so people don't scream at me in the comments, "You're monetizing something serious, how dare you!" And number 3, some of the stuff you may hear me talk about in this video will be a bit troubling to some, but I am going to keep my wording simple and brief, and show evidence that will be highly censored. The evidence I gathered are from 2 documents, and I am also linking them in the description down below so you can see them for yourself, but please look with caution. Anyways, let's get on with the video. Now you might have heard of the Birdie drama, back when they were bashed by the ARCCC for seemingly no reason. After all of that drama, they became best friends with Synnibear03, who I will just be referring to as Synny for the duration of this video. They moved in together around 10 months ago, but unfortunately, Jack found out Synny was sending very bad messages to a 14-year-old by the name of Enno. Now I want to make this clear in case you missed it. Jack wasn't the main victim in all of this, and they were also not the person who gathered all the evidence. They were just roommates with Synny, and they were the main person to do a video on this topic, which caused this situation to blow up. I wouldn't have learned about this situation for a longer time if they didn't make this video. There are 2 docs that compiled all the evidence of what Synny did. The first one has 111 pages. Sure, it's long, but it's mostly just screenshots. Now some of you may be asking, how old was Synny when this all happened? Was she 16 when she was talking to the 14-year-old? Or 17? Nope, she was 20, about to turn 21. Like her birthday was right around the corner. If you don't want to read the full thing, I will also be linking a video that goes over the full doc. The victim also made their own doc, and it's, oh god, 188 pages long. But it's almost entirely just made up of screenshots, so it's not as long as it may seem at first. Now some of you might say that these screenshots are out of context, or maybe the messages are fake. After all, Discord is one of the easiest websites to use to fake messages. I mean, it's happened to me before, so it might have happened to Synny. But the thing is, those allegations aren't just allegations anymore because Synny admitted to it.
I've been an irresponsible content creator, and I've been acting inappropriately towards my fans. This alone is enough for me to realize I need to make sweeping changes to how I conduct myself and how I interact with my fans. But the most serious thing I've done is I've groomed a minor. I became friends with a 14-year-old after I made a mental note to myself to not become friends with minors again, and I overshared with them. I shared graphic, explicit materials with them when I shouldn't have. I groomed this child, and I knew what I was doing was wrong, and I betrayed everyone who looked up to me. I betrayed my friends. I've done the worst possible thing I could have done, and I'm suffering for my choices.
On the one hand, I am happy she admitted to it so fast, but on the other hand, she groomed a minor!
I'm going to seek therapy. I'm stepping away from my social medias, and I'm going to try to figure out why I felt it was appropriate to talk to my fans this way.
Why is it that every YouTuber says they will get therapy in their apology? I could go over the proof in the doc, but the drama seems like it's already over. Proof of what she did came out, her roommate talked about it, making the situation blow up, and she admitted to it. It's like that one clip from Rick and Morty.
And now, another quick mystery. I just want to know who could have done something like this. It's a travesty. I did. You see this knife and all the blood on it? Here's my fingerprints. Guilty. I sentenced you to life in prison.
By the way, according to Jack, this was not the first time she's done something like this.
Sock has expressed discomfort with Synni multiple times, and Synni hasn't made an effort to change anything. She made graphic rape comics, including Sock's characters, and sent them to people she barely knew, who then leaked them because she didn't fucking know them. Sock expressed discomfort again, and Synni doubled down and told Sock off because she can cope however she wants, I guess. I haven't looked at the screenshots. I've only heard like testimony of this, but it's disturbing. She has an obsession with Boy to this very day. Before I found out about all this, Synni actually DM'd me last night and said, "Oh, Boy's yelling at me," because I think she has like an imaginary version of him. I don't know. And I was like, "Why is he yelling at you?" And she's like, "I don't feel comfortable saying." And then I found out from someone else what she did, and she just wasn't gonna tell me.
After looking at the doc, there's even more proof that she has done stuff like this before lots of times. I mean, the signs were there in public for years. Just take a look at her channel. There are tons of videos where she would make suggestive animations of a minor character from My Little Pony. By that I mean Scootaloo isn't a minor character from My Little Pony, but that she's a minor character. She's underage. That's the point I'm trying to make. Now granted, she was a minor when she made these animations, but the thing is, she was a Coomer back then, and she's still a Coomer now. A lot of the titles of her older videos have aged very, very poorly. I could end the video right here, but I think a lot of you want me to be as transparent as possible and go over the two really big dogs. I've seen a lot of false information get spread around about this situation, and I want you all to understand exactly what's going on, because let's be honest here, most people aren't going to go through two massive docs. But basically, she had a Discord that was a 13+ server full of minors. Sure, PG-13 movies and games are a thing, but I'm not a fan of 13+ Discords full of adults, minors, and people talking inappropriately. Synni has made it clear in her server that it's a 13+ Discord and not safe for work topics are not allowed to be discussed in it. This includes messages, images, or whatever else. Everyone else seemed to follow this rule, except for Synni herself. Hell, her YouTube banner is pretty ironic when you consider everything she got away with for so long. Now granted, the old stuff she did wasn't that bad. Sure, making a 17-year-old uncomfortable when you're 19 isn't good, but it's not pedo stuff in my book. I'm one of those people who defended Call Me Carson, so I can't say she should be kicked off the internet for doing the same. If you would like to know the story between her and the 17-year-old minor, well basically she sent a bunch of inappropriate messages to the minor. And then she sent the minor a whole bunch of hardcore corn comics. One of these comics involved an FNF character by the name of Boy. He was graphically essaying another character supposedly for the punishment of molesting children. Lovely. Oh, and by the way, to make everything worse, the OC by the name of Boy was created by a minor.
Ooh, that's bad.
The minor called out Synni for this, and she apologized and made a promise that she would never ever do something like this again.
That's good.
Now the stuff she did to the 14-year-old when she was 20 is in a whole new ballpark of bad. A 14-year-old is just 1 year older than a cupcake.
Can I go now?
But we aren't quite there yet, so put a pin in that for now. 1 year before this, she did inappropriate stuff with a 15-year-old when she was 18. This is bad, but it's a 3-year age gap, and most people only gave her a slap on the wrist for this because of Romeo and Juliet laws.
Protected by the Romeo and Juliet laws.
We dated for a little while. I was a sophomore and he was a senior. It's fine.
No, it's not fine. We've got a pre-existing juvenile foundational relationship. Statute 2705-3. What?
Granted, a lot of people don't agree with Romeo and Juliet laws, especially when it involves a 17-year-old and a 19-year-old, or a 15-year-old and an 18-year-old. After all, a 19-year-old can vote, get drafted, and do a bunch of other stuff, but a 17-year-old is still in high school, and a 15-year-old is only in their second year of high school. However, people are also more forgiving about this stuff when it's over the internet. Me hitting on a 17-year-old in real life is different than me hitting on a 17-year-old over the internet. After all, I can see the 17-year-old in real life, but on the internet, I can't see what they look like. On the internet, I hear someone talking to me. In real life, I see a minor in front of me. Granted, I'm a lot older than Synny. If I'm talking to a 17-year-old, yeah, I'm gonna get a lot more crap for it. The example I'm giving only works if I'm 17 or 18. She would also post gore and say inappropriate things where minors as young as 14 were present. Sure, this isn't good, but it's nothing that would get you that much backlash. But she still got some backlash, and this stuff that is, let's be honest here, small potatoes compared to grooming a 14-year-old. Most of the stuff in the doc doesn't really show her doing that much bad stuff at the start. Honestly, I've seen more sus stuff in animes I watched as a kid. I don't think having your OC in a suggestive pose where minors can see it is that big of a deal. If it was, then the doc maker would also be at fault. Also, anyone who made a video about this situation, as they were linking the doc showing images of her OC in sexy outfits, would also be at fault. Guys, you can't call something porn, then put it in a video without age restricting it! Sure, the doc does censor out a few things, but it doesn't look like anything that bad was blocked out. Like this image was gore art, not her being topless, or at least that's what I've been told. Yes, her avatar is in underwear, but they're not fully naked. But then you have things that are a little bit worse, like her saying to a 13-year-old that she's looking for a not safe for work chatbot to talk to because she's horny. She was 17 at the time, and if she was a man, he would have gotten a few side glances at him for doing something like this. Maybe this is just me, but I don't think you need to be telling 15, 14, and 13-year-olds that you're horny. I skimmed over the doc because most of the stuff I saw in it was small potatoes compared to the accusation I heard about her grooming a 14-year-old. Then, when I finally got to the end of the shorter doc, I found out that the bigger and longer doc was the one about the grooming. Now, I want to make this clear. I do not believe Synny is a pedo. She more than likely would have done this with anyone regardless of age. The 14-year-old who made the doc even thinks that this is the case. She was being irresponsible by talking to the 14-year-old this way, but I don't think she was doing it to get with the 14-year-old.
I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want this pattern to repeat itself. I want to be better. Nothing I do will ever make this right. But I want to make sure it never happens again.
She just wanted the 14-year-old to be comfortable with conversations like this because she wanted to talk about horny stuff. No, I do not know why she couldn't talk to an adult about this kind of stuff. She brought up that she talked to this 14-year-old because she was as open about not safe for work stuff as she was. And yeah, of course she was. She just started puberty. Yes, Synny knew the minor's age. She asked early in the convo. Sure, she could have forgotten this person's age. I talk to a lot of people myself, and it's hard to keep track of stuff like this sometimes. But she acknowledged that this person was young a few more times. Then they started to talk about, not safe for work stuff. I know some people will try to downplay this because Synny is a 20-year-old girl, but if she was a 20-year-old man talking to a 14-year-old boy or girl like this, you know how you would react. Of course, she tested the boundaries of this 14-year-old more and more. After a few more messages, she started sending some softcore corn to this minor. For those of you who do not know what softcore corn is, well, think of it like the sexy jutsu from Naruto. Sure, it's a bit risque, but under the law it would not be considered hardcore corn. She would detail sexual fantasies she had to this 14-year-old. This kept on escalating until Synny, she sent the same not safe for work essaying comic to this minor, and requested this minor to draw even more corn of the character picture of Boy and Nightmare Sans. From the censoring job, it looks like a few parts of this comic would have been legally classified as hardcore corn. I should also note that Cinny did not tell her roommate or friends about what she was doing. Just to make this clear, for 6 months, she was sending corn to a 14-year-old when she was 20. She knew it was wrong, but she kept on doing it.
I'm ashamed of myself for doing this and hurting everyone.
I first discovered Cinny through her video on Spocter. Other than that, I just saw her video on Lio and Peaches, along with the first few minutes of her video on Deadwing Dork. Do you think she complained about him victim blaming as she was grooming the 14-year-old? Ironically, Cinny brought up that she was moving in with Jack at the very end of her Spocter video.
I'm moving out soon. My original plan was to move out in January, but things have changed. I'm going cross-country to pick up my friend so that we can roommate together. They've been an online friend for a long time, and they've been dealing with a really unsafe living situation for a while now, so I want to go get him. My family has been really adamant about me not doing this, though. They already hated the idea of me moving out so soon, but they hate my roommate even more.
When I heard this, I thought nothing of it, but now it looks like Cinny is going to have to move back in with her parents. That is, if they will take her back in.
I understand they're worried for my safety, but the way they've gone about being worried has been really stressful. I need to go on this road trip, I need to help my friend, and I need to make my own decisions. I need to get out of this house.
Cinny, you will get a normal job and work 9 to 5, thinking back on what you could have had if you just didn't groom that 14-year-old. In a few years, people will forget all about you, and you will go from someone tons of people looked up to just another background character. The funniest part about all of this is you didn't do what you did with that 14-year-old because you wanted to get with them, you just couldn't stop cooming. You coomed until you groomed. I never even heard of a situation like this happening until now. You didn't send nudes to the minor, nor did you ask for nudes from the minor. You just wanted them to draw porn. I swear only in the ArchCC can something like this happen. I do feel bad for Jack. They had to deal with so much drama growing up on the internet, and when they finally found someone who loved them for them, that person was revealed to be a predator. Grooming doesn't just hurt the victim, or the reputation of the person who did the grooming, but it also hurts the people around them, those who are close to them. Now Cinny, when you made your video on Spocter, who by the way didn't have as much proof against him as you saw what happened to him. You saw the backlash he got and how scared he was. Sure, he had the nudes of a 13-year-old on his drive, but we don't know what he did with them, only that he said he destroyed it after he turned 18. Maybe he forgot about it, then stumbled upon it, or looked at it every day. We don't know for sure. There was a lot, I mean a lot more proof against you for what you did, and what you did was much more recent. Just like EDP, you were given a lot of warnings, and you had a few close calls. I want to make this clear, I'm not saying she's as bad as EDP. You had the choice to walk away, but you wanted the forbidden fruit so badly that you gave up paradise. And you didn't even really want the forbidden fruit, you just didn't care who you were talking to about this stuff because you're a coomer. Being a big YouTuber with tons of fans is all gone, and you will more than likely never get it back. Sometimes I look back on the story of Adam and Eve and see how they had everything and gave it up to break the one rule they had to follow. They lost out on paradise forever. There's truly only two things that can get you canceled: pee-pee around kids or giving up. You can lie about people over and over, but still have a platform on YouTube if you don't give up. You can expose your folder full of horses and anime children and still have a platform. You can do anything on YouTube as long as you don't give up or groom a minor. I want to make this clear, you'll still get backlash for doing all those things, but if you don't give up, you can still have a chance to make a comeback. You did the one thing people can't forgive, and you lost it all.
I don't know if I can ever come back to my platform, and it's my own fault.
Others will see what you did and make the same mistake, just like you did with Spocter. It's not up to me to pass judgment on you. It's up to the audience, and looking at how they pass judgment on people like EDP, Cosmodor, and others, I don't think they will forgive you anytime soon, if ever.
I draw a line here. I can't have you doing these things with kids. I can't live with someone who is taking advantage of children. I can't.
I don't want to anymore.
But you still did, and that's the issue. You can't undo this. Like, you have done this with so many people, and It's okay. I just... No, It's okay.
I want to be better. I want to do better. I want to do
You
better.
can't come back from this.
I want to do better.
You can't come back. You can... It's okay, but
No.
Sunny...
Jack, I cannot lose you.
I don't feel safe here anymore after learning what happened.
Jack,
Dude, I was fucking crying my eyes out earlier when I found out what you did.
Jack, please.
Broke my heart, Cindy, that you would do that.
The worst part is, you didn't do this because you're a pedo. You did it because you couldn't stop cooming. They had urges, you just didn't care. To any minors who are watching this video, I want you also to take away a lesson from this video. Be on guard when it comes to people who make animations of cartoons or games you like. Just because they don't like Andrew Tate or Sneeko, it doesn't mean they are a good person. You can watch their videos freely, but be careful when you interact or talk with them. If they say something that makes you uncomfortable, get out of there and tell someone you trust. Cinny did not start in the ArtCC, but she joined the ArtCC and now she has fallen. Yeah, partially thanks to PK Russell, a lot of people who made animation memes also started to make ArtCC content. Other people are leaving the ArtCC. Heaton Mitsuru is gone. People like Mushroom Girl and Ephraim are getting bashed. The days of the ArtCC are numbered, and one day they won't be able to hurt anyone anymore. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, is that this is a cautionary tale of what not to do on the internet. Anyways, I gotta get back to work on my Lio video now. So to everybody watching this video, I just want to wish you a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good night. Hello? Oh, I saw your thing go green. Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, yeah.
Oh, okay, so first thing I want to ask you, how are you feeling right now?
Kinda dead inside.
That sounds about right. Like, you seem like you've been through quite a bit of a roller coaster lately. So, here's my first question, if you don't mind if I begin. Do you mind if I begin?
Am I being recorded?
Actually, sure, I'll ask that. Would you be okay if I record you? I record all my calls with people, just so you know, just in case.
I guess it should be fine.
Okay, so for my first question is, did you actually, like, look at the docs at all?
The first one, yes. The second one, I didn't get a chance to. It was made, so that Jack could upload his video, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, okay,
I'm pretty sure
sure
it came out the same day as me making my, like, the one that, Eno made, I'm pretty sure, was made on the exact same day that I recorded my apology video.
And Eno is the 14-year-old, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my first question. I looked at the first doc. Like, I desperately looked all over the first doc. I don't see any grooming going.
Fucking stupid.
Oh yeah. Like, Synny had her avatar in sexual poses, and I was like, yeah. Have you not seen Naruto or any PG-13 anime? Like,
no, I think a lot of that document was just complete horseshit, honestly. There were, of course, there were, like, some things that I do think were problems, like the actual issues, but a lot of it was just bullshit.
Yeah, like I was looking at that, and I was like, this is so much nothing. Like, okay, sure, there's some stuff in here, but, like, 90% of it was just nothing. Like you saying, oh, this fan art someone made for me is sexy. It's like, oh no, that she said sexy. I heard the word sexy in a fucking Shrek movie when I was a kid. Like, oh no. Okay, so question one, let's just go in the order I asked you them. Did you take your apology down, and if so, why?
I privated it because I'm making a video, kind of going over why I don't believe I'm actually a groomer.
Oh wow! Why don't you think why don't you think you're a groomer? It's because there's legitimately no evidence of you grooming. Is that why you think that?
I will be completely honest. I didn't even consider it to be grooming until Jack told me it was grooming.
Oh my fucking god! Of course you did. Of course you did. Because, like, here's the thing. I looked through both docs. Okay, were you talking appropriately? Yes. Were you grooming? No. So let me go off topic. Synny, are you? Can I call you Synny? Is that how you say your name?
Yeah, it's Synny.
Okay, I might accidentally call you Sunny by accident, but I'll try to call you Synny. So, Synny, like, let me ask you something. Are you, you're straight, right?
As far as I'm aware.
Yeah, now I'm straight too. If I was going to groom someone, I don't know, I would probably groom someone who was, you know, the gender I was attracted to and not the gender I was attracted to, because, like, you were talking, as far as I'm aware, Synny is a female, correct?
I'm female, yes.
I mean, no, sorry. Eno is a female, correct? I got the names mixed up.
Eno is AFAB, yeah.
AFAB, okay. So, yeah, have you ever dated a woman?
When I was 14.
Of course you did.
And I ended up breaking up with my girlfriend when I was 16 because I realized I didn't love her like that, because I realized I don't like women like that.
You were just a bit bi-curious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Once I kissed an Italian guy, but that's not important right now. So, I got the question 2 out of the way. Wait, did I? Oh, yeah, did you look at the doc before you made your apology?
Like I said, the first document addressing Synnibear03, I did, like, look over it a little bit. I wasn't able to get through the entire thing in one go. I was too busy, but the second document I didn't even know existed until after Jack made his video. I'm pretty sure that the document that Eno made was made just so that Jack could make his video.
Okay. So, was the person who made the first doc the same person who made the old doc about you when you were dating a 17-year-old while you were 19?
I keep seeing people saying that we were dating. We weren't dating.
I honestly don't know about that situation. Like, I've heard rumors about it. So what's the situation between you when you were 19? What's the situation with you and the 17-year-old? And I just want to make this clear. I was one of those guys who defended Call Me Carson when the same shit happened. So you don't have to worry about saying anything.
Sorry, my cat's like screaming in the background. She wants something. But, so, way back when, I like, became friends with someone named Pee-wee. I guess now they go by Bug Spray. I just keep calling them Pee-wee because that's just, that's, like, ingrained in my brain. That's just who they are to me. But, I don't know, man. Like we kind of just, like, I didn't realize that we only talked for a week before it got weird, but we were just, like, both being sexual, like, toward each other. And then, like, they offered to help me move out by moving in with me. And I wanted very badly to leave my parents' place, so we went through, like, a lot of planning. And then one day they just ghosted me, and I had to work out other arrangements in order to move out. And a couple days after they ghosted me, they made a public YouTube video exposing me, and, like, they leaked, like, a shit ton of the art I sent them. Which...
Yeah, and someone made a video defending you, and that video got, like, 300,000 views or some shit, right?
I don't know how many views it got, but I'm assuming you're talking about the video that Soph the Neko made.
I think it was Soph the Neko.
Yeah. I did not want to cover the situation, because I didn't want to draw attention to the things that got leaked. I was so fucking embarrassed.
Hey, that makes sense. Like, it's embarrassing when you have your private messages leaked. But more importantly, so I think you're missing the point of the question. The person who made the first doc, like the old doc about you with the 17-year-old, are they the same person who's making the new doc now?
I don't think so. Also, what was there one that came out before addressing Synnibear03, or are you just talking about that one?
I heard that the same person, I just heard this recently, like today, someone told me that, oh, the same person who is calling Synnibear out in their doc was the same person who was getting onto their case like a year ago when they were 19 and talking with a 17-year-old, and I wanted to run that by you to see if you knew anything.
I don't think so, no. The person who made the Addressing Synnibear03 document was like a really old, like, ex-friend. I don't know. I don't know how to explain, like how much they just don't exist in my brain.
Okay. Well, is Eno friends with the person who made the first doc?
I'm not aware of them even, like, knowing of each other's existence. I mean, obviously, I think I'm gonna call them Bunny. I'm pretty sure Bunny, like, probably knows about Eno, but I don't think Eno knows who Bunny is. Bunny is the person who made the doc.
Okay.
And sorry for going on a tangent. I thought you wanted me to at least try to explain what the Pee-wee thing was.
Sure, go for it.
No, I already did.
Oh, the
that's
17-year-old?
tonight.
That's... Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I here's the thing. I don't give a fuck if you fucked a 17-year-old because, like, Romeo and Juliet laws, 2-year age gap, both teenagers. I defended Call Me Carson doing the same shit, so I cannot bash you for what Call Me Carson did because I defended him. If I did that, I would look like a massive hypocrite. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and at least from what I can tell from the messages, there was no indication from on my end that you were trying to get with a 14-year-old romantically.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, but like with the way people are talking about this, they're making you seem like the next EDP, the next Cosmodor, or whoever the fuck. Like, and this is like the important question I want to ask you. What like pushed you in to like saying like, hey guys, I'm sorry, I groomed a minor, I'm leaving my channel that I've worked so many years on because of
Jack.
yeah, so what was the thought process there?
I had like a thing in my head where I was just like, well, this is what like seems like the best option, just to keep everyone happy and safe, I guess. It was mostly me trying to earn back Jack's trust by being open and honest with the people, like with my own audience.
But you weren't honest with them. You said you groomed someone, and I don't.
I thought I did.
Okay, here's the thing, and here's was the first big red flag to me. At first, I thought this was pretty cut and dry. You got accused, docs were made, there's so much evidence in the doc, they're so long, you must have done it because you admitted to it. So I was working on my video, and then I thought, I just had that feeling, the same feeling I got when the Peaches drama started, the same feeling I got when the Spockter drama started. It's that feeling I get in the back of my neck that just tells me something's not right here. And I thought about it, and I was like, Cosmodor did not admit to grooming until it was too late. Neither the EDP to this day has not admitted to doing anything wrong. Groomers don't fucking admit to it. So I thought to myself, why would she admit to it? I can't even think of a single groomer who just flat out said, "Yep, I did it." And then I started thinking maybe I should reach out to you and have a chat with you. So you think you like, I don't think you groomed anyone. Like, that's just how I feel about this situation, because like what you did was inappropriate. You shouldn't have done that, but I don't think you're Cosmodor level. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're working on a response to everything, is that right?
I'm trying.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be an uphill battle. You made things really bad for yourself by making that apology.
I realize that.
Yep. And here's the thing. As much backlash as you're getting right now, Spockter's and Peaches was surprisingly worse, so I think you have a chance of getting out of this.
I hope so.
Yeah. So, what's the plan with you and Jack?
I mean, I'm not entirely sure. Fuck. I can see what he posts on Twitter. I can tell he's not... He's not my friend.
I would say the same. I don't think that's what friends say about one another.
God, he jumped so fucking far. He's calling me a pedophile.
I haven't seen that, but I've seen other stuff.
I saw, like... I was at work, god damn it, and I saw him say some shit like, live and suffer, pedo bear. Like... I plan on having this story in my video, but I think it's so jarring because he left before I even came home from work, like, I came home from work and he was just gone. And then sorry, what?
It's just, oh, it's funny to hear a woman say that for once. It's funny to hear a woman say that for once. Like, Jesus.
I came home from work and he was gone, and then the next morning, the police came to my apartment. For
Oh
a wellness
no.
check. For a wellness check, not for anything bad.
Oh, okay.
I woke up to like the police at my door, and they were just like, "Hey, heard something was going on with you. Your friend called us here," and I was like, "Oh." And then I looked at my phone and I saw that like my real life friend tried calling me multiple times, and Jack tried calling me multiple times. And I texted like both of them, and my real life friend didn't know that the police were coming, so I figured they didn't call them, so it had to be Jack. I told Jack like, "Oh, the police came by," and he was like, "Yeah, we thought you were dead, lol." Like he said LOL at the end of his message, and then he never texted me ever again. And I was like, "Oh, this is good, because this means he's upset with me, but he still cares about me. That's good. He wants to make sure I'm alive." And then like I went to work, and in the middle of my shift I saw that he made like a big like Twitter thread, basically mocking me. Like he bragged about stealing my friends from me, and he said like, you know, live and suffer, pedo bear. And then he like posted a picture of like a hat that he left on my pillow when he left. Like it was a hat that said groom on it.
Actually,
Like,
that's something I've been meaning to ask you. So, like, they accused you of touching them inappropriately?
yeah, fuck him for even like insinuating that.
Yeah, because I'm gonna get real here. Professor Dreadlock! Get in here, Professor Dreadlock! I need you for something!
What?
Oh, he's taking a shit right now, never mind.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
I was gonna bring him in, and, like, here's the thing. Me and Professor Dreadlock, we're best buddies, and we're romantic with each other. We slap each other on the ass every now and then. We spook each other. We don't poke each other in the crotch, but we do pretty much everything else. And like when I heard that, I was just like, you know, I know Jack goes by he him, but like their sex is they're an AFAB, and
Yeah, he's AFAB.
yeah, so two women living with each other, they're gonna I don't know what it's like with two women living with each other, but I can tell you as a guy who lives with another guy, we sometimes touch each other a bit inappropriately.
I think it should have been like a red flag to literally everyone when Jack showed like me screaming at him like through text, saying, "I always asked you if it was okay, and you said yes," and like no one mentioned that or like said anything about that.
Well, you need to understand this corner of the internet, they're fucking idiots. They will believe what they're told until they're shown the opposite. I mean, come on, you've seen this with the Spockter drama. You've seen this with the Peaches drama. Prismate Luke literally put up screenshots that contradicted what he said, and people went, "Yeah, that seems legit to me."
I'm a little thrown off that like the commentators aren't like looking at that.
Actually, that's something I've been meaning to ask you. Aside from me, has anybody reached out to you?
This two YouTubers contacted me and like asked me questions, but no one else. Yeah, it was
Okay, so I'm literally the first person who was like, "Hey, I don't think you're as bad as what
you're the
everybody else
second
is saying."
person. The first person was Kumo.
Hello?
What? Oh, can you not hear me?
Hang
Oh
on.
shit.
Okay, I think I can hear you now.
Alright.
Say something.
Hello.
Bro, what the fuck is going on here? Let me check my audio settings. Yes, headphones.
How much my kid want to be robbed? Well. I think I'm done. Dog, you not gonna eat your veggies?
Okay, fix my headphones.
Lol.
Sorry that took forever.
It's alright.
Okay, yeah, sorry, my headphones are really bad. If I knock my headphones a little bit, like I lose all the audio connection. It's
Wow.
like, yeah, I need to get these things replaced. So aside from me, like no one else has reached out to you and said, hey, I don't think you're literally the next EDP 445.
One YouTuber did.
And what's his name?
Kumo.
Of course, it's Kumo. Like, I have my own issues with the guy, but, like, it sounds like sometimes he could be skeptical in the right areas, and you know what? I think he was skeptical in the right area, because, like, I've heard rumors that you two were collabing together, but I watched his video, and I was like, I don't...
Collabing is a stretch, but, like, he's trying to help me, like, make my video as good as it can be.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So...
Like, not a collab, just, like, he's looking over my stuff.
Yeah, because... I'm not gonna lie. I was so ready to tear into you. And this was the day I was going to upload it unlisted for my Patreon supporters, and it was going to go live tomorrow. But then I decided to fact check one more time, just make sure everything was correct, and I've had this feeling for a while, like something isn't right. And after looking at everything, I realized this, okay, what you did was bad, very bad. If you were, you better thank your vagina. If you had a pee-pee, you would be, oh man, it would not be good for you if you had a pee-pee.
Oh man.
Yeah, but people are more forgiving when women do this. I mean, we've tried so many times with women. Like we gave you guys the right to vote. 10 years later, Great Depression. Coincidence? I think not.
God.
But yeah, like I don't think you're a groomer. I think your friend who you lived with for years convinced you that you were a horrible person. You started thinking you were a horrible person, and you cracked underneath the pressure and decided to say something in a video that made you look really, really, really bad. And I'm guessing you didn't fully grasp what the word groomer meant, right?
I think anyone who was watching my videos might be able to discern that, because
if you could be so lucky, do you know how dumb these people are?
In my so Jack, I think Jack doesn't understand what grooming is, and I've been getting a lot of my information from him, because one of the things that I know I've said that was incorrect, was like, so Jack keeps saying that he was groomed by Kitty Dog when he was 12 and Kitty Dog was 14, and I believed him.
Okay, that's not, I don't
want to downplay his experience in like that he was traumatized. I just, now that I'm like going to therapy and shit, I don't think it was grooming, actually. That doesn't sound fucking right. God. And I feel fucking stupid for like making a video and defending that point.
Okay, you know how the only interaction we had ever was when I commented on your Spockter video?
Yeah.
Okay, in that video you said you were moving in with Birdie, And, like, when I heard you bring that up, I was like, haha, well, this is going to be entertaining in a year.
Oh.
That's exactly what I thought, because I was like, oh, two ARCC people underneath the same roof. What could possibly go wrong?
Fuck.
Yeah, sorry I didn't warn you sooner. Honestly, I thought you would throw Jack underneath the bus first. Like, honestly, I thought it would happen the reverse way.
No. God. This entire situation just sucks.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. I've been in your shoes. Peach has been in your shoes. Spoctor has been in your shoes. The only thing I'm going to tell you is this. Once you're out of this situation, don't fuck up again. Like, don't fuck up like Spoctor and Peaches did. Like, here's the thing. When it comes to the Spoctor situation, the dude got canceled for being a pussy. Like, if I was in that same situation as him, I would have been like, oh yeah, I stumbled upon it, looked through all the multiple folders I had on it, saw the 13-year-old nudes, freaked out, ripped it out, stomped on it, and flushed it down my toilet. I'm not a predator, I just held on to those nudes in deep within folders, and that's what happened to me. Oh well, guess I'll keep uploading like I normally did, but instead he was like, no, I'm gonna run away and make people think I'm a predator, like fucking idiot.
God. I remember people, like, getting really upset with me when I tried giving, like, Spoctor the benefit of the doubt in my video, where I was just like, you know, maybe he just forgot about it, and then people were, like, calling me a dick rider.
Well, you are that. Let's be honest here. I've seen how much you coom.
Rude, but anyway.
Come on, you're a coomer. You're like a super coomer. Like I've seen some of the stuff you've drawn.
Don't remind me of what everyone's seen. Fuck. All right.
But I'm gonna give you some advice, okay?
No.
You don't want any advice?
Okay, fine. Damn
okay,
it.
number one, you're gonna have to take the L on the way you are talking to the 14-year-old, but you have to make it clear.
Oh no, definitely.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do that. There's no. Like, listen, I had a 14-year-old like, hey, I'm a big fan of you, and I want to make you happy. And I was like, no, I know where this is going. This is a fucking honeypot situation. No, thank you. Not dealing with that shit. Just talk to 18-year-olds or older. Like, yeah. I one time said something very inappropriate to Just Stop when he was 17, and I felt fucking horrible for that. One of my thumbnail artists was 17 when I said something inappropriate to her, and I felt awful for that. Like, because you sometimes forget these people are kids, but the thing is, mistakes happen, but you can't be talking to 14-year-olds, and after that mistake happened, like when I said something inappropriate, I was like, I'm not talking to them for a few months, waiting until they turn 18 before I start talking to them again. I want to make this clear, I wasn't hitting on them or anything like that, it's just, sometimes you say something inappropriate, and it's nothing that would get me canceled. It's just, it's an optics nightmare, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
in my
you've seen
video,
my Peaches video, right?
I think so.
Okay, when I said adults talk inappropriately around minors all the time, people really took that the wrong way, but like, I defended myself on my second channel, in my Vincent Skullman video. I was like, my dad showed me RoboCop when I was a kid, and that movie had boobies in it. Like, inappropriate things can happen. Like, kids are saying inappropriate stuff to each other all the time. It's not, like, you're not grooming a kid because you say pee-pee by accident around them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but with how much you coom, just, I would recommend just talking to 18-year-olds from here on out.
No, that's kind of the conclusion I came to in my video.
Yeah. Like, just remember, just tell them, hey, hit me up again in 2 or 3 years when you're 18. I can't talk to you.
Or just don't talk to me. Goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be careful with this stuff, and you're not gonna get all your fans back. People are gonna hate on you, but that is better than people thinking that you're the next Cosmodor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I had to change my Spoctor thumbnail, like the one where he said, coming up to get a cupcake, because I was like, oh, people might take this the wrong way. And I don't like Spoctor, but I don't think he's a groomer or anything like that. So that's why I had to change the thumbnail. And I understand you've heard nothing but bad things about me. I'm pretty sure you think I'm a racist pedo yourself. At least one of those things.
I know you're not looked at in the best light, but I don't actually have any labels to attach to you.
Come on. Not even the racist one.
I'm too stupid. I don't keep up with everything. I don't keep up with, like, all the drama. I just...
Yeah, I was mostly thrown for a loop when you said you were coming back from work. I'm not gonna lie, I thought you did YouTube full-time.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, not...
No!
Because,
no!
Like, okay, not YouTube full-time. But the thing is, I thought you did internet stuff full-time because, like, commissions and all that. Because, like, I looked at your art style and I was like, this girl draws porn for a living.
Oh god, I wish. But, no. In fact, I'm still... fuck. I'm being called a scammer because I didn't finish all my emergency commissions because I fucking lost track of all of them. I don't know who I don't know who I owe art. Like I don't know who I owe money. I had to give, like, a really fucking large refund, like, very recently because of all this coming out. I don't know, I completely forgot I even, like, got money from them at all.
Yeah. That we can't always keep track of everything. I've been accused of not paying my editors or thumbnail artists at all because I underpaid one of my editors by mistake because he confused me with between USD and Australian dollars. Like, I got confused, and I'm going to talk about that in a video, but like one day. But I don't feel like doing that right now. Yeah?
All the smaller, like, things that are being, like, said about me, I plan on covering in, like, a second video, like, for example, the scamming thing, and also, like, I'm being called racist because I said something racist.
Come on, sister. You're talking to the racism king over here.
The king of racism. But... I need to, like, talk about that in a separate video, because the first video, the one I'm making right now, is mostly just talking about why I don't think I'm a groomer, and why Jack is mean. He's mean. He's mean. Everyone look at Jack right now. Alright,
yeah.
No, there's, like, a bunch of fucking issues I have with Jack after seeing all this.
Actually, that reminds me. Does Jack have an IRL job?
No.
Do they receive Social Security?
Not anymore.
Yeah, I heard a story with that. Like, I will admit, I did... When I was questioning this, I did watch Kumo's video, because I realized, okay, I need to hear someone defending this, because, like, sometimes you just need one person to say the emperor has no clothes for you to actually see that he's naked. And when I saw Kumo's video... Kumu... I get him and Akumu mixed up. When I saw Akumu's
he was getting me and Birdie mixed up. Like, that was funny.
Yeah, when I saw his video, not a great video. He kind of rambles a lot. It took forever to actually start. He also has another video that is way shorter. I prefer his second one, but even then the second one is so long. But like, I looked at the video and I was like, this dude doesn't know what he's doing, but, like, he's telling the truth. You're not a groomer. You're a lot of things. You're inappropriate with minors. You shouldn't send the stuff you sent. You've done...
No.
You've had multiple warnings about this. You had warnings. You've had it with the 15-year-old when you were 18, and you had it with a 17-year-old when you were 19. So, like, here's the thing. Normally I would say 3 strikes, you're out.
Wait, what? What was the first one?
The 15-year-old when you were 18. Wasn't there a situation with that?
That doesn't ring a bell.
Huh.
15-year-old when I was 18. What the fuck?
Well, point is...
No, that does not compute. But anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, point is, you need to be careful, and you, like, here's the thing, this happens again, it's going to be really bad, so, like, you need to double, triple, quintuple check what you're who you're talking to. You need to keep the ages in mind, and if you're gonna start your Discord up again, make it 18 plus.
Yeah, that's also part of my conclusion.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like, I'm gonna probably have like an age verification thing going on. I don't know how exactly I plan on implementing that yet, because I don't want to, like... My first idea was to have people, like, give me their driver's license, but that seems like a bad idea. That seems
just have them click
a very
on
easy way to dox yourself.
Just have them click on the I promise I'm 18 button. Like that's.
But then people are gonna be like, that's not good enough.
Tell them to make videos on Pornhub instead of you. Then can I tell you one of the most boss moves I've ever seen?
Sure.
Billionaire in Brazil said he was going to bury his $1 million car so he could drive it in the afterlife. He was doing the Egyptian thing. Bunch of people called him stupid. There were so many articles about this. A day comes for him to bury his car. He goes up on stage and says that he's not actually burying his car. He did this as a publicity stunt to say that it's National Organ Donor Day and that his car is not as expensive as the organs in your body. So if you have a problem with him burying his car, then you're a hypocrite if you're not donating your organs. And the amount of people becoming organ donors on your driver's license skyrocketed in Brazil.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, fair. I'm pretty sure I'm an organ donor too.
And the point is, people can't get mad at you for a 15-year-old sneaking into your 18+ Discord when Pornhub allows like their security goes about as far as click on this button to say that you're 18.
Well, I feel like Pornhub is like probably doing that on purpose though.
Well, it's illegal in my state. I live in Texas.
No, I mean like just like not putting up a shit ton of like regulations in place just because a lot of people who want to look at porn are like teenagers.
What I find the funniest thing about this entire drama is like the doc that was like, oh, her character did a sexy pose, and then Jack links it beneath his video, and it ends with the fucking your two characters.
The fucking panty and stalking me.
Yeah, like I know what panty and stalking is, and I know that's not a show I would be like sending to any minor I've spoken to. Let's just say that. And when I saw that, I was just like, I was confused about this. Like people saying, oh, Synnibear03, she drew a character in sexy poses. It's porn. Here, let me link it down beneath my video without age restricting it.
I just think it's fucking wild that, like, in Jack's video, he's like, I'm not a freak, unlike Synny. Anyway, here's my animation where Synny takes off her underwear and, like, strips on a pole. Like, the irony is palpable. I can't get over that. That's such a, like... Please understand where I'm coming from. I'm so pissed off.
I understand where you're coming from. I've been in your shoes multiple times.
Called me a freak, and then you animated my ass.
Yeah, you're both Coomers as far as I'm aware.
But he's acting like he's better than me. I'm gonna kill him. I'm not gonna kill him. I'm just angry. I'm angry.
Yeah, like I think what you did was wrong.
Of course.
But yeah, I'm repeating myself at this point. And I will say
I repeat myself a lot in my thing.
Like, here's the thing. I'm a very punishment equals the crime kind of guy. That's why I defended Peaches so much, because I was like, there was too much punishment for what she had to go through. And then they changed their pronouns a bunch and went crazy. And I am so glad to finally sit down and talk to you. I was nervous that you wouldn't have gotten back to me because I've gone back and forth on my videos so much. I've been... I made it really quickly and then realized, oh, I need to find the evidence, and then I had to change this, I had to change that, I had to change this, and I had to change that. And once I finally had a video all lined up so I could, like, look through it and fact check it, I was like, oh my god, like, I'm so low energy because, like, I don't really believe in what I'm saying. And then I realized, what am I fucking doing? I should reach out to you to hear your side of the story. And what gave me the courage to do this was I saw that you took or privated your apology video, and that made me think, maybe she's realizing, hey, I'm not a fucking groomer, just a coomer.
God. Yeah. The whole thing is mostly just embarrassing. I am also, like, just let me complain for a second. I'm also just so fucking, like, I'm throwing shit at the wall because I'm remembering when the Pee-wee shit happened, like, the same people who came to me, like, including Jack, the same people who were like, yeah, it was really, really messed up that they leaked all your porn. That was so messed up. Oh, they're such a baddie. And then they're doing the exact same fucking thing. Like now that they're mad at me, they think it's, like, super cool and awesome to just do it again. Like, even when the, like, addressing Synnibear03 document came out, I was, like, having the worst time because a very particular, like, piece of information was in there that I did not want anyone knowing because it was insanely personal. And I was, like, kind of having a fit over it. And just because, like, now it's suddenly public that, like, my body is broken. And
Wait,
Jack
wait,
was, like,
wait, what do you mean?
I don't want to repeat it.
What do you mean your body is broken? Like, your leg is broken, or?
No, I was, like, venting in like the group chat that Bunny was in, like the beginning of the document is talking about how they were in a group chat with me and a couple other people, and at some point I was, like, venting about, like, something I learned in therapy and was connecting some dots, and one of those dots was a medical thing, and they posted me, like, talking about the medical thing, and, like...
Was it a hypersexuality?
If you...
Listen, I'm not gonna force you. I'm not gonna force
I'll say what it is, as long as it's, like, not gonna make you uncomfortable. Just, like, I said in the chat that, like, I can't masturbate. and like, I don't want people knowing that.
What do you mean you can't masturbate?
I don't feel anything. Like, nothing happens. And...
Well, that's because you're a woman.
No, that's not the reason. But
I was making a joke, by the way.
It was brought up, like, it was being brought up in therapy, like, we were connecting some dots, and
Okay, well, that's interesting.
Sure.
I apologize for laughing at you for that.
It's okay, I guess. But, like, I got really upset that was put in the document, and so anyone could just see that.
And I can't hear you again.
Everyone knows now. Fuck! Ah!
Okay, now I can hear you. I just heard everyone knows then. But yeah, I apologize for laughing. It was something very personal.
Sucks.
That was something very personal. And I am sorry that got leaked out, and I'm sorry for laughing at you after you had the courage to tell me.
No, it's okay. It sucks because I was crying to Jack about it, and Jack, like, understood how much it upset me that in particular was leaked, and now he just doesn't give a shit.
Well, that's why I hate ARCC people. They're insanely backstabby. Like, insanely so. Like, you can't be friends with them.
God.
Like, I have stuff like on a lot of ArtCC people I've been gathering. I actually have a folder called Tower of Babel. Yes, that is a Batman reference.
I thought that was...
Yes. Yes, that is a Batman reference, and that's actually why I made the video on Daft Pina, because like I looked at his folder and I was like, holy shit, this is a lot.
God.
Since I never interacted with you, I actually don't have anything in your folder.
Sorry. What about a folder?
Oh, okay, you don't get it. Okay, so do you know about the DC comic Tower of Babel?
I don't.
Batman's computer gets hacked by, I believe, Ra's al Ghul, and basically Batman on his computer had a file called Tower of Babel, and in that file was a bunch of folders on each of the Justice League members with like a list of all of their weaknesses and how to take them down. Yeah, I have that, but for ArtCC people.
That makes sense why Batman would have that. That's really smart.
I have one on Ponder. I have one on Oranges. I have one on everyone.
Spooky.
Yeah, that's actually why I made the Daft video, because like I looked at his. I was like, this is too big. I need to say something.
God.
I wouldn't need it if they didn't constantly backstab me. You saw what Junkie did to me.
I'm assuming there's probably like a bit of just the fruitcake club thing going in.
Oh, that's gonna be its completely. It's gonna be its complete video. Like all I knew.
No, I was just like pondering. I'm pondering. I was just like wondering what was in Ponder Sprocket's folder.
She wasn't part of the fruitcake club. So not that, but
oh, I thought she was. But
as far as I'm aware, no. As far as I'm aware, if Ponder was, Kumu would have brought that up for sure.
Perhaps I'm mishearing shit a lot. All right. Off topic. I got us off topic.
Okay, so I suggest you make your video. But here's the thing, everybody hates you already, they can't hate you any more than they do. In fact, so don't rush it. In fact, don't take too much time on it, but don't rush yourself. It's better
it's pretty much done.
Okay, but here's the thing. When you upload it, be very careful with the title, the description, and the thumbnail. Don't make something that will make people upset. People are upset,
yeah,
but
no,
like...
this video in particular, I don't want to be provocative, like, at all. I just want to make sure everyone understands what I'm saying.
Okay.
Not a groomer. I'm just a gooner.
Coomer. And a gooner. Like... Okay, now... You're going to still get a little backlash for it, but it won't be...
I figure.
It won't be, I don't know, 13,000 dislikes like you'd got on your apology.
I hope not. I hope... I'm my assumption as to how it will go is, like, a bunch of people will, like, click on it and then immediately dislike it and leave some fucking weird comments. And then, as it keeps going, it'll get a lot more leveled out. That's what I assume is going to happen.
You're right. And you're gonna have some dumb fuck constantly bring up, like 3 years down the road, someone's gonna say, "Hey, aren't you that groomer person?" And you're gonna have to deal with that. Like I have people doing that. Yeah, I have people doing that to me because of because my thumbnail had a cupcake in it. I don't regret that. That was fucking hilarious.
Were there any other questions, or did I do good?
I have a few more questions about Birdie.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so when you moved in with them, like, this person, and, like, this person you really cared about, like, and you saw, you've been around the ArtCC in this corner of the internet. I know the animation meme community is a bit different, but it's the same, let's be honest here, it's the same politics. It's a bunch of very left-leaning people who don't follow what they preach. When you moved in with Birdie, like, was there at least a small part of you who thought, maybe this is a bad idea?
Actually, no. My entire family was, like, very against the idea of me moving in with Birdie. In fact, I remember, I have a distinct memory of, okay, so, I don't know if you know this, but I was friends with, Jack Birdie back in, like, 2020, and that kind of ruined my life for a bit, and so I stopped being his friend. And then, like, more recently, I got back in contact with him just because he was on my mind for some reason. And he seemed to be a lot more mellowed out. He was a lot less, like, abrasive, and also happened to be homeless. So we just started talking again, and like, I remember when we were, like, making our plans to like, move in together, whenever I would talk about him to my parents, I would call him Jimmy, because I didn't want them to know that I was talking to Jack again. And one time I was, like, talking to them about just Jack, and I kept saying Jimmy, 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 and, like, my parents were kind of being ableist because I like, admitted that Jack had some mental health issues, and they were acting like he was gonna kill me in my sleep, and I got so defensive that I accidentally called him Jack, and then my dad looked at me and he gave me this look like he was gonna fucking kill me.
Okay. I'm guessing your parents are conservative, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the problem. I figured out your issue. Listen, conservative boomers, they're and Gen Xers, or whatever their ages are, they're too extreme in one direction. But like, they're thinking that a mentally ill person is like a schizophrenic guy running around with a knife and screaming out "Jesus is in my cock." Like, they're not all like that. It's very ableist to assume that. However, there's only so much you can explain through, like, your mental illness. Like, I was rolling my eyes so much when Peaches all of a sudden was experiencing gender dysphoria right when this stuff came out about them. Like the timing just seemed too convenient. And the amount of times I've heard someone in the ArtCC say, "Oh yeah, I did that, but you need to understand, I was groomed." Like, oh my god, it's so, like, I understand grooming is not a good thing to go through, but it can only explain so much of your behavior. Like, I was isolated and physically abused by my mother, but, like, I'm not going to say, yeah, that gives me the right to do something fucking terrible. I'm autistic and dyslexic as shit, but, like, I'm still responsible for my own actions.
Yeah, that's why God, that I saw so many people being like, "Cinny, don't you fucking dare try using your autism as an excuse." And I was like, I wasn't planning on it.
You don't seem like you have autism to me.
I think it's fairly obvious I do, honestly. I'm fucking retarded, but it's...
You're not as bad as I am.
If you saw me, like, in real life, I'm pretty sure I would immediately give it away. I feel like the way I talk is also, like... I don't know how to explain it.
Okay, on a scale... Okay, talking to, Heat and Mitsuru, I can tell they're autistic. What's their name? Fish Lizard Zip or Only Jesp, I can tell they're autistic.
I can tell you're autistic.
I know, it's fucking obvious. This is why I can't get exposed, because I can't go into the real world. People can tell who I am. I actually got recognized at VidCon through my voice. And anytime I'm recognized in public, everyone says, hey, your voice kind of sounds familiar. Are you just a robot? That's always how it goes. It's always the voice. Like...
I remember hearing your voice for the first time without the modulator you use, and I was like, oh, he just sounds like a robot. That's awesome.
I know. That's actually why I picked the name, because people would call me Mr. Robot Man.
God. You are just a robot.
Yes. I'm also transhumanist. I believe that we should replace our human flesh with robot parts.
Oh, man. I don't want to do that. I want to keep my skin.
From the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh,
no,
it disgusted me. But yeah, like, here's the thing. I think it's good to be progressive, but you've seen my content. You know I bash the left, and that's because I'm tired of this whole, oh, I have a mental illness, or, oh, I'm black, oh, I'm a woman, oh, I'm gay, I deserve special treatment. No, you deserve to be treated like a person. And if you fuck up, you fuck up. And here's the thing, Synny. I do think what you did would have gotten you permanently canceled if you had a penis. Like, if a guy did that, it would not go over as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, can I tell you the worst part about being a guy?
That you have to pay extra for mayonnaise?
No.
Sorry, that's... Oh god, I miss Jack. Alright.
Okay, so I'm at the pool, just relaxing. 16-year-old girl shows up in her bikini. I realize I have to get the fuck out of there right now because, like, I'm not going to be paying attention. I'm going to daydream. I'm going to look in her general direction, and then suddenly a situation is going to happen. So I realize, like, whenever I see a 16-year-old girl in a bikini while I'm at the pool, I'm like, whoop, time to go home.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, be thankful that you're a woman. Like, I know it sucks that you have to deal with periods and men not taking you seriously and men not listening to you. What would you say?
Hey, can I get your what's the word? Can I get your opinion on this?
Sure.
So, for fuck's sake. At some point I opened a separate bank, like a separate savings account just for Jack, and there was like $300 in that savings account for Jack. He keeps asking for that money, and I keep thinking, no, I don't want to give you that money.
He made $10,000.
He made $10,000, and also the fucking computer he's using to tweet out all this fucking bullshit is one that I bought for him, and it was $600.
How much percentage of the rent did you pay?
Most of it. In fact, I've been paying full rent for, like, most of our stay here.
Yeah, don't give him the $300.
Yeah, I'm upset because he has my jewelry. He fucking stole my jewelry. And it was expensive and I want it back. And also I want my cat back. I would like my cat, for fuck's sake.
My god, another Kai Omnia situation. It's always the fucking cat!
He took my cat!
Why? Why is it always the cat? Like...
Well, Jack has, like, a really, like, strong connection to the cat, and so he's, like... He's really fucking weird about the cat, but, like, he took the cat and... He took Squirp and left Stupid, so I have one cat and not the other. Like... And Stupid keeps screaming because she's bored, and she doesn't have her playmate anymore, and she's sad.
Okay, well, get your cat back. Kai got their cat back, so I'm sure you can get your cat back.
I'm a little skeptical because I tried calling the police about it and they turned me down because they said your cat isn't a police matter. But like,
technically, it's not. Technically, they are right about that.
wah.
You're going to
I
have
do want
to.
my jewelry back.
Okay, well, you're going to have to press legal charges.
I don't want to do that.
Try the internet stuff first. Try making your video. We'll see if Jack gives it up. If Jack doesn't...
I'm a little scared that like they're gonna relocate the cat because I know where Squirp is right now. I know where she is. I know she's at like my friend's house. I'm scared that if I make too much of a fuss that they'll relocate it and I won't know where she is anymore.
Okay. Well, that's going to be a difficult situation, but here's the thing. Unfortunately, you're going to have to try to get your cat back, and does your cat have a tracker in the neck?
I have no idea, actually, but I think he also took the fucking paperwork. Like, I think Jack took the paperwork for Squirp, so I can't check and make sure that it's under my name, even though I know for a fucking fact I paid for it. And I signed the paperwork because Jack...
Okay.
No, there's no reason. I just know I signed the paperwork. I know I was signing it while Jack played with the cat.
Okay. I can't help you that. I've never fought for pet custody. But, like, why do you guys keep getting in this situation? Kai and Omnia move in together, it's a whole mess. You and Jack move in together, it's a whole mess. Anytime... I don't mean to sound bigoted, but anytime you people move in with one another, it doesn't go well. I mean you people as in ARCCC, this corner of the internet kind of people. Autistic gooners.
Okay, but look, like, 2 is a coincidence. We'll wait until the 3rd time happens.
Okay.
Aye. But yeah, Kumo has been kind of like opening my eyes to a lot of this shit.
Well, it's nice when we can, like, while me and Kumu have our different opinions on things, ultimately, we have one common enemy, and that's the ARCCC and how they manipulate people. Like, they seem all nice and wholesome, and then they suddenly...
No, yeah, I think the art commentary community is, like, extremely fucking predatory. Like, I thought that even before, like, all this shit happened to me.
Oh, yeah, it keeps happening, and you think, oh, well, Spocter's gone, that's the worst of it, and, like, I'm heartbroken, because, like, I fall for it, too. I was really close with Lio, like, and Peaches, I was really close with both of them. And the Rosa call was just the tip of the iceberg. Hello?
I'm still here, sorry, I was listening.
No, that was my headphones again.
Oh.
But yeah, like, Lio, I'm gonna have to talk to him too, because I want to get his thoughts on a few things, but like...
Oh yeah, he's like, I fucking saw, he made like a post saying, hey, I heard that Synny was scamming people. If you didn't get your commission, I'll draw something for you, and it's like, what? Who fucking wants that?
Yeah, it's like, Lio, you're not as beloved as you used to be. People know.
I paid for Synnibear03 art and I got Lio Convoy art.
Yeah, he drew one of my thumbnails for me and it did not go well, but to be fair, that wasn't a very good video of mine. I was just going through the history of the the atheist community, the anti-SJW community, BreadTube, and then the anti-woke community, and like how politics keeps shifting on the internet.
Wow.
Yeah.
But fuck's sake. What was I gonna think? I forgot what I was thinking. I don't know if I ever think.
Me
I don't
either.
think I'm a thinker.
I don't think... Well... Listen. What you went through... You did bad. But what you went through was not the right punishment. Whatever
God.
whatever punishment you deserve for what you did, you already got it.
I saw Kumo's stream. Like I was like watching it today, even though it was like streamed yesterday. I just wanted to see what they were saying about me. And I saw like at the very end of their stream they were like, I know a fitting punishment for Cinny. The anti-masturbation cross. Like, that was funny. That was funny. I thought that was funny. But it's too bad they don't know. But anyway.
Yeah. So, and I'm going to be 100% real here. Main reason why I wanted to call you out on in my video, the main reason is because, like, your art CC, and I was like, you know what? She's probably a bad person being in this corner of the internet, so, like, I'm going to give her hell. But then I kept on getting cold feet because, like, the evidence just didn't seem like it was lining up. And then I thought, okay, once I finish the video, it's all going to make sense. And I can just look at everything as a clear picture. And I finished the video. I looked through it. I was like, this isn't right. She didn't do anything that bad. Like bad, but not like...
I did do something, but, like yeah, I don't think I'm a predator. Like...
No, and I called you a predator in my video. I didn't upload it, thank God, but I
saw your thumbnail. Alright,
okay,
fucking...
well, to be fair, I'm going to change the word to groomer. I mean, coomer.
Wah.
Yeah, I made the thumbnail, then I was like, okay, time to start recording, and then I was like, okay, recording's done. Time to add in the evidence. This is not lining up, and then I was like, okay, you know what? I don't think she's a groomer. You know, maybe I could do this crazy thing called reaching out to people and, like, you know, hearing their side of the story.
Aye.
But yeah, when do you think your video will be out?
I'm hoping this week. I'm having to, like, redo some things. I'm still debating if I want to keep the last part of my video in, because in the last part of my video where I'm just talking about how Jack has been treating me, like, during all this, I started, like, fucking sobbing, and I'm wondering if that's even, like, worth keeping in.
I would recommend not keeping in the crying, so people don't think you're emotionally manipulating them.
I feel like God, I feel fucking stupid, but I like, a part of me wants to keep it in because I feel like there's value in being vulnerable, but at the same time, it's just like, man, people will find any reason to be mad at me.
I know, like, what my biggest problem was all the people saying, like, oh, Cinny didn't make a real apology. I was like, that's the most genuine apology I've ever heard of my fucking life. What are you fucking saying?
I saw a lot of people being like, oh yeah, Cinny is mostly just like Cinny's not sorry they groomed a minor. They're sorry that Jack is leaving. And it's like Cinny's just upset because Jack's going away. And it's like, you're mean, go away.
Okay, to be fair, it did seem that's why you were mostly upset, and I understand it.
To be honest, it was mostly why I was upset, because just,
yeah, let's be honest here.
He's my best friend. My best friend. He's going away. What? That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest here. With friends like this, who needs enemies?
For real. Like, even Laurel. Like Laurel is someone, like, I was so close to. I was so close to Laurel. And now, fucking today, she uploaded her own video about me. I can't watch it because I get sick looking at the thumbnail, but, like...
Sucks.
Man, everyone just hates me.
Yeah, they do. Even I hated you until I actually realized, oh my god, this is the complete video. This is garbage. I'm not uploading this. My girlfriend told me not to interview you. My girlfriend was like, just forget about it. Don't upload the video. And I was like, no, I want to talk about this. Like, something doesn't feel right. I need to get to the bottom of this.
Hey.
Yeah. And, yeah.
Did you have any other questions?
No, not really. It's just, after this is all over, after this is all over, like, once you and Jack have your everything sorted out, I recommend you take a break and rest.
Oh no, I plan on that too. Like, once this is all dealt with.
Yeah, because
it really fucking sucked when Jack first left, because I was like, well, I'm public enemy number 1 now, so like, I can't make videos, I can't draw, I have no friends, so like, what do I even do with my time?
Comb.
Like, no, I just ended up playing video games for like a week straight.
Oh my god.
What the fuck else am I gonna do? Like, literally all my friends hate me. Like, all of my like friends are just gone, and like, I can't draw when I'm super depressed. What reason do I have to even draw if I'm not like able to show it to anyone? Like that's just how my brain works now. I can't draw just for me anymore. It's like not in my brain chemistry anymore.
I'm gonna get a fight now.
You good?
I just saw this on Twitter.
Oh no. What is the thumbnail? I mean, what is the picture?
Have you seen Yu Yu Hakusho?
No.
It's Kuwabara at Urameshi's wake, and he's like, "No, get out of that casket. We're gonna fight now. You're not dead. Get up, fight me, punch me."
Aww.
Not gonna leave.
Oh yeah, Jack is being a fucking weirdo on Twitter.
Yeah, like, the problem
once he found out that I was making a video, like, he doesn't even know what I plan on saying in the video, but he's already like trying to paint a narrative where like I plan on being super ableist and like calling him unreliable because he's mentally ill. Mwahahaha. And everyone fucking believes him, but like he has no proof of me even like insinuating I was going to do that. He has nothing. He has nothing, and everyone believes him.
Well, that's what the ArtCC does. They control the narrative. They say you're going to be sexist, racist, ableist, transphobic before your video even comes out. They always do this shit.
I'm so upset that like fucking Kuma was the only person like questioning everything. Like he was the first one to contact me. He's the one who's like questioning everyone whenever they talk about this shit. And no one likes him. God damn it.
Well, to be fair, that's what happens when you're not going around when you don't follow the crowd blindly. They excommunicate you. That's what happened to me when I went against the grain. I had to be like, everybody knew the edgy shit I've said in my videos for years, but as soon as I had a different opinion on the Toby drama, suddenly I'm racist. It's weird that no one called me out for that until after I went against the grain.
Strange. And also, I don't fully understand what the Toby drama even was.
No one does! No one does! It's
like,
so
even after
confusing.
trying to watch videos about the drama, I was like, wait, is Toby the bad person, or are they calling out a bad person? Wait, what the fuck? What am I watching?
Toby did bad. It was exaggerated. And then everybody got distracted because the Peaches and Creepshow art stuff happened.
RAR XD. But
exactly. So, are you gonna be okay?
I feel better now, but like holy shit, earlier today I was having a rough time.
Can I tell you
Like,
how bad it's gotten for me?
Sure.
After dealing with this stuff on and off again for 10 years, I actually deal with... I have dreams about working on internet drama videos.
That's funny.
Yes. No. I need to make this video with my best buddy Daft to defeat, the coalition of Creepshow Art, Hopeless Peaches, and Harley TBS, and then I, like, realize, wait a second, none of this makes sense, the timeline is all wrong, the alliances are all wrong, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh, it was a dream.
I had a dream when this whole thing, like, when the day Jack left, I think I had a dream where like someone hacked my Twitter and just kept saying the N-word over and over.
I've had that one.
Like,
get ready.
Specific thing that could actually happen.
Get ready for when they get ready for the dream where they hack your Twitter and start posting like some of the most like gory lolly shit ever. Like that, those are the best dreams.
I just had a dream where someone like hacked into my Twitter and just kept spamming the N-word. And I was like, no, I can't do that. I'm not supposed to do that. Someone's in my Twitter.
Well, Cinny, that wasn't a dream. It was
No!
me. It was I.
No!
It was
Fuck
me,
you.
Sonny.
Why would you do this?
Sorry,
You really are the king of racism.
Sorry, I keep calling you Sonny.
This is unforgivable.
This is before your time, but there was this popular zombie game called Sunny.
I think I know what game you're talking about.
Yeah.
Was it really just called? Oh wait, you mean Sunset Overdrive?
No, it's just Sunny. It was this pixelated online game that. Yeah.
Different zombie game.
Yeah, it's not mainstream at all, but like every kid in the early 2000s was playing it.
Sounds epic, but my mind immediately went to Sunset Overdrive. I don't know.
Okay, well, tomorrow I'm going to get to work on the video about you, but I'm going to have to change the thumbnail. I'm going to have to pick
Gooder.
Yep, I'm going to have to pick what parts work and what don't work. At least I don't have to change the credits, but yeah, I'm going to be changing my video a lot, and I'm also going to have to reach out to Jack because, you know, for all I know, you're
Uh-oh! Have fun with that. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the video ready because knowing Jack, they're probably gonna panic and try to control the narrative, like...
Of course, and that's gonna be hilarious, but... God, I feel so fucking shitty because, like, I'm, in a way, praying for Jack's downfall, but it's just because his downfall is, like, me coming out of this situation alive.
Yeah,
God.
like... The worst part is...
I feel evil.
I know. Trust me, I feel evil too, but, like, I'm gonna be 100% real here. I don't want to cancel anyone. If there could be an alternate timeline where Prism
I don't want Jack to be cancelled either. I just want him to fucking face consequences for this because, God, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I don't want Jack to, like, go away forever. I don't want him to, like, suffer constantly. I want to not be Cinny the Groomer. Like, God.
Like, listen, have you seen Invincible Season 2?
Not all of it. I haven't.
Have you seen the part where him and his dad are fighting the group of 3 Viltrumites?
Yes.
Okay. Omni-Man, like, Mark doesn't want to kill that one Viltrumite woman, and his dad is like, she is trying to kill you, Mark. If you don't kill her, you're gonna die. Just so you know, Cinny, you have to fight back. If you don't, people are going to think you're a groomer. And here's the thing. When people think you're a groomer, they think you're a pedophile. And when they think you're a pedophile and a groomer, they think you're a possible child molester. This shit does not stay online. It will link into your real life if you do not fight back.
No. I completely get that. You want to know what happened today? I got called into the back of my workplace, the store I work at, and they told me that people are reporting me because of the YouTube videos coming out, because some of my coworkers know about my YouTube channel. And
Yeah.
luckily I still have my job, but like they called me in specifically because like when this whole situation happened, I requested that I not be like on the front end because I was scared that someone was gonna like recognize my face and then try to kill me. That did not last very long. I'm okay now, but like they were like following up on that and also like telling me, hey, so like we keep getting reports about some internet stuff going on. Are there any police reports about this? And I was like, no, because there isn't. There's no police investigation or anything. Because these guys are morons, and this would get laughed at if the police were involved. Fucking... So luckily, I have my job still. How's that for, like, internet bullshit? I could have gotten fired.
This is why I don't tell people my YouTube channel at my work.
I
Can I tell you the people who've, like, can I tell you, like, you know, I'm getting tired. It's 1 a.m. where I'm at 1:10
I'm so
a.m.
sorry.
What?
Oh hey, we have the same time zone.
We do? Oh, do you
Yeah.
also live in Texas?
I live in Missouri.
Oh. Okay, but here's the thing. I'm gonna go now, but here's one thing I want you to tell you. It's gonna be a hard uphill battle, but you know what? It was the same way for Hopeless Peaches. And since Hopeless Peaches made it out, I'm gonna help you out. And I'm gonna help you out through this. Okay? But I'm gonna ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Please do not backstab me.
I don't plan on it. I'm
Okay.
not an asshole.
Okay, it's just, I have to ask that because it happens a lot. I don't know why this keeps happening. Hey, I'm going to help you through your drama. Okay. Oh, thank you, Jar. Oh, you're welcome, Peaches. Anyways, I'm going to go tell a bunch of people you're racist behind your back. Oh, this sounds great, Peaches. Oh, hey, Junkie, you want to... I'm going to help you out with Lulu Bell stuff. Oh, thanks, Jar. Anyways, I'm going to backstab you in the Toby drama and also call you racist. Like, if you do backstab me, please call me sexist. I'm tired of the racist stuff. Like, I want to be sexist now, okay? Call me homophobic. You know what? Like, I could do that too. Like, here's the thing. I'm way more sexist than I'm racist.
At least you're admitting to it.
What do you know? You're a woman.
No, I'm not. I don't have a stick up my ass. I'm not gonna be mean, but like...
Okay, I'll tell you when my video is ready, and I'm gonna reach out once my video is ready. I'm gonna reach out to your friend, but like, yeah, this stuff is gonna get crazy.
God, I look forward to Jack losing his mind over this because I'm so tired of his bullshit. He's been so mean to me. But I'll let you get to sleep. I'm probably not gonna go to bed for a while. I'm gonna try finishing my video. You there?
Hang on.
Oh.
Reaching. I am just so glad I had that same feeling I had during the Peaches and Spoctor drama. I just get this, I don't know, like how Spider-Man has a Spidey sense, I guess he has the...
Jar sense.
The jar sense. Like, my jar sense is tingling.
My super ears are burning.
And go back up, go back up.
Yeah, and... this whole thing was crazy. I'm gonna try to help you get through this, but who knows? Maybe you're just manipulating me, and I'm just being a simp for you. So I will be reaching out to Jack once I get my next draft of my video ready, and see what they have to say.
I'm sure I'm a pedophile. I'm sure that's his takeaway. Actually, I'll be honest. I don't know what the fuck he's gonna say about me. I can't keep up with how many things he says about me.
Listen, if you were a pedophile, there would be way more evidence. Like, where's all the lolicon, shotacon, and cub art? I sure don't see it.
Yeah, I feel like I need to, just to be clear, I know what I did was bad, and I know it was fucking stupid. Like, one of the easiest things to not do. I'm not a pedophile. Like, god damn it.
You're irresponsible. That's for sure.
And while I don't want to blame my autism, it sure does explain a lot of things.
Yeah, don't ever bring it up. Autism.
No, it's
being
never coming up.
autistic.
It's never coming up in my video. It's
Being
never coming up in my
autistic
video.
Is literally the worst minority. It's like, black people can use the black card. Women can use the woman card, even though women are not a minority. But, like, when you're autistic, you get nothing but negatives. It fucking sucks.
Man, bullshit.
The only advantage you get is someone will give you a math problem that's like a really complicated one, and you can give whatever answer you want, and they think you got it right because you're autistic. That's fun.
That doesn't happen with me.
Alright. I'm gonna get ready for bed now.
You go bed. Shoo, get out, get.
Hey, you have a good night, and, you know, keep up the fight, and I'm sure it will end well for you. I've seen people get out of it. Oh, and one more thing. For 3 to 4 years down the line, don't get a little bit of backlash and suddenly delete your channel like Spockter and Peaches did. Like, don't do that. Huh?
I like my YouTube channel. I don't plan on it.
Yeah, well, Peaches and Spockter seem to really like theirs, and I sure can't find them anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't. Here's the thing. Junkie didn't get canceled for what he did. Neither did Spockter nor did Peaches. They got canceled because they were cowards. Running away is the ultimate admission of guilt. Don't do that.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, Cinny.
Good Newt.
I'm gonna beat you down, you punk! You hear me? Who do you think?
Hello.
Hello, Doodle Tones. Can you hear me?
Vaguely. I can probably hear you enough to have this conversation, though.
Okay, let me try this.
Oh, trust me, adjusting your mic and stuff, that's not really the problem. The problem is right now I'm kind of dealing with an ear infection on top of everything else that I'm dealing with. So.
I am very sorry. So I will try to be cordial in this because I was going to wait till your health got better because you've been going through some stuff and it's not that big of a deal. But so I'll try to make it also quick because I know you have to get back to, doing your other things. And don't worry, I'm still going to give you the extra 50 once I have some extra cash laying around because I think you need it with what you're dealing with.
Fair enough. So what is this exactly about that you needed to talk about?
Well, basically, I've been kind of paranoid with the Art CC as of late because I feel like there's another dogpile jar coming. Not, but with Mal, I was a lot more upset with her because of the her complaining about a tweet comment I made and talked about it in a very entitled way. But I was exhausted from that conversation that we had yesterday. That was exhausting. But I'm not really pleased with Linlin's video, but what's more important is I'm not super happy with you or Mal being in it. Now, I'm not saying you agree with all of Linlin's points, but like I'm kind of between a rock and a hard place because like on the one hand, I disagree with pretty much that entire video, but on the other hand, if I make a response, how Lynn will have to deal with a lot of harassment and my fan base is crazy. So I'm trying to handle this privately behind the scenes, but that hasn't really made people budge much. And I was really not happy with the line, if you buy Hogwarts Legacy, you can't really call yourself an ally in the video. Like I was like, that's not very good PR for the trans community, in my opinion.
Well, as someone who's made my own hog leg video, I understand kind of where that idea comes from because the idea of because a lot of it is if you buy hog leg, you do inevitably put more money into J.K. Rowling's pocket, and she has gone on record not only saying that she was going to use that money for like to kind of push a narrative, but she also has. She's like made a women's only shelter that excludes trans women. She has.
I'm aware of what J.K. Rowling has done.
Okay, well then yeah, I kind of understand where that idea comes from, and I've kind of also shared a lot of that sentiment. Maybe not to an explicit degree that Lynn did in her video. It's been a minute since I've seen it, so I don't remember exactly how she put it, but I think I kind of agree with that sentiment to a degree. I wouldn't say that anyone who buys hog leg is a transphobe. I wouldn't say that anyone who buys hog leg is definitely not an ally, but I would definitely put into question how much of an ally they are if they did.
I understand that. I mean, it just seemed. It's just like, I don't have any aggression towards you, Dual Tones, and I mean, yeah, I don't have any hatred. It's just I always kind of found it weird that you were complaining about not you, sorry. Lin was complaining about one point I made, and I'm not as angry at you as I am at Millie Malware because like I felt like she complained about something way smaller. Like when I saw you both in that video, my first reaction was, that's kind of a dick move. Oh well, I guess I'll move on with my day. When I saw that message from Allie complaining about something so small, that was when I started getting angry. That's like, so Mal seems to think
Oh, I was about to say, but in regards to me, I know Lio took me aside and was like, "Hey, yeah, this can kind of be seen as a bad thing." And I was like, you know what? That's fair. I'll be honest. When it came to me voicing in Lynn's video, I didn't think too much of it. I just kind of saw it as either me helping a friend or, I mean, not exactly a commission, but definitely me helping out a friend, because Lynn wanted someone to read Harley's tweets, couldn't get Harley to read their own tweets, so I volunteered instead.
I understand that. Mistakes happened. My frustration came with Mal complaining about something much smaller. I don't have the same frustration towards you as I did her. But like, yeah, that was a very frustrating conversation. But I will say this: I don't have any hatred towards you for doing that. Dual tones mistakes happen. It's just I'm very paranoid right now because I know you, Mal, Harley, and a few other people all play Minecraft and other things together, and I always felt like I was an outsider to the group, even though you know I've helped Harley, Oranges, and Lynn grow their channels, and Mally as well. I'm not saying you guys owe me anything, but I also showed you mercy when we had our whole back and forth, and it's just sometimes I think it's me who's the problem. I understand I'm not as progressive as the rest of you. I can say some things that are a bit edgy. Like, hey guys, look at my avatar. See, it's a robot version of Andrew Tate because we're both bald or something along those lines. And I can understand that makes people kind of uncomfortable. But it does make me... I am paranoid because, well, I mean, you've known me longer than a lot of other people. I mean, drama me and you had. There was the stories and Pendergrin shit that happened, where I told someone they weren't 8, and I and then that whole shit show happened with Spoctor, and then there was the prison mate Lou Creepshow art stuff, and I feel like every couple of years it's the fuck jar wave, and I've tried fighting back so many times, and every time I do, I feel like half the community gets destroyed, and I want to find a peaceful solution, but I am very paranoid, but I'm not going out of my way to do anything about that much aside from talk to people in private, but I will admit I am very paranoid.
No, I get that. Friendly reminder, I was there once before. 2017 really did a number on me. But I don't know. I mean, I do hear a lot of the things that people say, that people have problems with you, and if I'm to be perfectly honest, I do have my own gripes here and there. Grant you, my gripes are much smaller, so that's why I'd never really brought them to you. Because it's been like maybe individual things in videos, like maybe an off-color joke that I feel uncomfortable by, or a point that I think is kind of wrong. Usually when that happens and I'm editing for you, I tend to call those out in editing. I don't know how many you've noticed, but I've done it a couple of times.
I'm going to be perfectly honest. I haven't noticed them. I've noticed them from my other editors. I've noticed them from my other editors. Like one guy was like, "Jar, what are you fucking saying?" Like recently in the Star Wars video, someone says, "No, that wasn't the code breaker they were looking for. That was just another code breaker they met in jail. That wasn't the same code breaker." And I was like, "Oh fuck, yeah, I made a mistake on that."
I'll be honest, I'm probably a little bit more covert about it. I can point out some that I know offhand. So, obviously... Huh?
I said perfectly fine, perfectly alright. Go ahead.
Yeah, so, obviously there's the Spoctor video, or like why Spoctor went away from commentary video specifically, the one that my name is attached to, where I call you out for calling Spoctor an SCC member and calling me an ArtCC member. That one's a lot more explicit.
I noticed that one. It just slipped my mind, but yes, I did notice that one.
Yeah. So there is that one. In the She-Hulk video, you claimed that there wasn't an award for Best Female Lawyer. I actually name drop it shortly after you do that. I think the last time you do it, I name drop the exact award that they would be referring to, because actually that does exist.
My mistake.
Again, it's not a big deal. I just kind of call these things out in editing, see if you notice. You actually did notice one of them. in the live action Disney one, there was the Through the Looking Glass one where you had said, oh, she wasn't running from people, and I specifically edited in the point where she was running from people. Though you did clarify. Yeah, you did clarify that a bit. There was the Halle Berry thing. I zoomed into Halle Bailey's name.
That was fucking embarrassing on my part. Like, holy shit, did I get a lot of comments about that? I had to straight up edit that out of the video.
I noticed.
I thought
but yeah,
I get names mixed up. But now I understand that, like, I was like, dude, that's a 50-year-old? That's a fucking hot 50-year-old. And now I realize, no, wait, that's not a 50-year-old. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, so I'll admit I've been a little bit more covert about it. I've been a little shit sometimes during editing, but as I said, they're very small issues. Otherwise, I think maybe you have a bit of a habit of maybe you have a bit of a bad case of foot and mouth syndrome sometimes. But other than that, no, I don't have very many like long-term issues with you, not any like major ones. But I have heard a lot of other talks about like what people have problems with. Obviously, I was talking to Mally this morning when she told me that you had something you wanted to talk to me about. I imagined it had something to do with this. And obviously I've heard her gripes, I've heard Orange's gripes, I've heard Lynn's gripes. So I hear things, but I don't know, I try to be a little bit more forgiving.
I understand that. It's just sometimes I understand I do need to work on what I say, but at the same time, I sometimes feel like 75% of it is people misunderstanding me because like Orange is going on about the whole Jar used an accent thing. Like Jar used an accent, a West Indian accent, and like I have the whole call recorded, but he was like, "Why did you think that was okay to say?" And I didn't say this, but all I was thinking was, "Are you this much of a pussy?" Like there are people who have done way worse than me, but and I do feel like Oranges lied to my face because Oranges was like, "Oh, I won't." Oh, I have like a list of things to go on with you, but that was the only point, and I was like, I think they realized they couldn't win because like I was very steadfast in that, and I have my gripes with everyone else. It just feels like whenever I do something, it's twisted into being so much worse than it really is, and people come after me, and like I was not happy with Ponder saying, I think Jar is a fucking racist while I was getting like fucking pedo allegations. I was like, if you wanted to call me a racist, fine, just why do that when I'm getting pedo allegations? That like really was like, wow.
I'm not entirely sure of the context of that.
It was during the Chaos 55T situation, and then there was what else was there? You can find it on Leo Convoy's channel with him having all the calls. That's where I first heard it. But then there was what else was there? There was one more I wanted to bring up with you. I've slipped my mind. It's just I've been so paranoid and frustrated with everything going on, and
I get it. As I said,
I don't want to. Yeah, it's just I don't. The thing you haven't been where I am at before though is I'm a big guy. Like you're not at my size, and I'm
comparatively during the comparatively during the alt CC stuff, I could have been seen as such. Comparatively, yeah, relatively speaking.
With my audience and what I have, whenever I respond to someone, they keep dealing with harassment, and I don't like hurting people.
Oh, I know that.
I'm afraid I might be pushed to that point, and I don't like doing that. And eventually, when I realize it's either me or them, oh my god. And like, and the sad thing is, like, I hate that people are trying to paint me as this like very alt-right figure because I'm like, guys, I like I also have to deal with right-wingers as well on my ass. It's just they attack and then leave. It's just
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess if I might be a little blunt, You don't really do yourself too many favors in that regard, though.
Oh, I know that. I'm aware.
Okay. Just
It's
as long as you know
mostly
where
due
it comes from, I guess.
I do. It's just sometimes I see comments about me, like even under Lynn's video, I saw a comment to like, "Oh, Jar thought the bird was voiced by thought Estelle was black because he said the bird was voiced by a black woman." And I was like, "No, I said it was rapping, and that was because Disney thinks that's the only way to get through to a black woman. I never said." The bird was voiced by a black woman themselves. I don't know Estelle's race. I only know they're like I think songs. Huh?
I don't even think it was Estelle.
No, Aquafina. That's who it was. I get them mixed up
Yeah.
sometimes. It was Aquafina.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
Aquafina,
just...
I think is she? I think she's Asian American.
Yeah, but point is, I didn't call her black in the video.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, it's just I feel like 90% of the people who don't like me misunderstand what I say, and I understand. I'm not very good with my words. I mess up on a lot of stuff, and I do defend you behind the scenes. Sometimes Doodle Tones, like I'm like, someone will bring up, "Oh, Doodle Tones has that diaper fetish, right?" I'm like, maybe, maybe not. Debunk an argument she made. I always say that. Like, I don't care whatever Doodle Tones is into. Debunk the actual argument.
It's actually interesting. Apparently, like, lesser and lesser people, like, even know of that situation than I thought, which is interesting. When I was talking to Mally about possibly being on a commentary therapy thing, she had told me she'd never heard of the Doodle Diaper stuff, which was wild to me. But yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. As far as like how I guess you present yourself and like how people tend to walk away from uh a lot of the stuff that you say. Um, well, again, you know that it's like it's very much a how you present and like implications thing, right?
Yes, I have.
Like more often than not.
Hard to say because sometimes people are so off basis with what I said. I'm like, I can't even begin to imagine how you came to that conclusion. But I know it's, you know, and I don't want to say it because people will say I'm using my autism as an excuse, but it's also due to like, being homeschooled all my life, and I also have a speech impediment that really flares up when I'm recording, so I have to like force the words out, and that can be misconstrued and taken the wrong way. Um, and everything else. And the reason why, out of everybody I trust to talk about this stuff with, it's actually you and Peaches, because you and Peaches both know what it's like to be like ganged up on and dogpiled on. It's not a fun feeling.
For sure.
Yeah, I just like I trust you more with this than most people. I'm just frustrated, and I try to be more middle of the road with my videos. Like I'm trying to also insult both sides, but like I feel like whenever I do that, I just get I get even more people angry for being trying to be in the middle. And I'm sorry, I just can't do the typical talking points everybody else does. I'm just not into that. I've tried, I just can't. And I've just spent so much time being so angry at this community for so long because I feel like out of every community I've dealt, almost my entire amount of harassment has come from this section of the internet, and I'm just and and I've seen what it turns people into. Like I've seen like Daft, Spockter, and so many others, but like at the same time, sometimes I think I'm the problem, but at the same time, I'm like, then how did I make it as far as I have? Well, everybody else around my size, anyone who was bigger than me, whether it's Daft, Spock, Creepshow Art, they have all fallen. And I'm like, am I doing the right thing or am I not? Like, I don't know.
I feel like it's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Because again, there are a couple of times where I don't agree with how you approach things. I guess, you know, right and wrong is a morality thing, so that's ultimately subjective. But it's like there are a couple of times where I don't agree with how you approach things. But like, ultimately, I feel like a lot of people are very forgiving of you. I'm not entirely sure why.
What? Wait, you think people are...
I do.
Okay,
I've seen the way that, like, Lio especially goes to bat for you. I think sometimes sometimes you got people who can be a little too forgiving. Sure, you definitely get those people that throw out the blatant fucking, pedophilia allegations. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you don't get those people. I've seen them. Fluffy had sat me down like months prior to releasing those, and I told her explicitly, under no uncertain circumstances, do not get me involved. Because I did not want to be a part of it.
I know.
But, so yeah, I've definitely seen it. But more often than not, when people do get onto your case, it's usually followed by, you know, he's not like malicious, or he's just kind of silly sometimes, or he's, he deals with, or he does fight with his autism and stuff like that. I have heard these kind of, not specifically from Lio, but I have heard these kind of sentiments raised in your defense. So I feel like sometimes people can be incredibly forgiving with you specifically. Again, I'm not entirely sure why, because I'll admit, were anyone else making the kinds of jokes that you make, they would not have a career.
Okay. I've heard that one before, and it's like I remember the whole accent thing, and I think it was either Pink Robot or someone Pink Robot was responding to. I did screenshot it, but like someone was like, "Oh, if anyone else made this made a accent, they wouldn't have a career." And it's like, I can name 50 YouTubers far more edgy than me.
I'm not talking.
I was blown away.
I'm not talking specifically the black scent. I'm talking about some of the other jokes that you put, especially in that live action Disney video. The was it the Uyghur joke, quote unquote?
Okay, I will admit, I think I was out of pocket with that. I will admit, Leo talked to me about that, and he said, "I don't think you should ever make that joke again." And I said, "You're right. That was out of pocket. I shouldn't have done that. That's on me."
There was that one. There was the Mickey almost saying the N-word. That one's a little shaky. I understand it's more a joke at the expense of Disney. But you gotta understand, it is not a joke that very many people can get away with.
I guess so, but then again, I do have a different audience from a lot of you because I'm a bit more like, a lot of people who are subscribed to me are also subscribed to you. A lot of people who are subscribed to the Critical Drinker are also subscribed to me. There's not a lot of people who watch a Critical Drinker and you.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, it's just sometimes I feel like I do have to pick a side, because I remember someone said Jar flat out admitted he was openly fascist when he defended Antunes. Like, he didn't say it, but like, Jar defending Antunes means he's openly fascist, and I was like, I wanted to strangle Antunes so many fucking times. I've told him multiple times, "Okay, Antunes, let's look at this joke. It's the statistic, the statistic for trans suicide rates. Okay, Antunes, this is edgy, but it's not a joke. You need a punchline. There's no humor in this. What's wrong with you?" I've told him multiple times, like, you can't just say edgy stuff and expect it to be funny. You need to have a punchline. And even then, I think this is a little too edgy for my taste. And trust me, Antunes frustrates the fuck out of me. I don't like the guy. He is so fucking frustrating. But like, I think a lot of the information about him was wrong, and like, I hate how people say, "Oh, Jar, you always go with the popular opinion." Antunes was not the popular opinion.
No, I definitely would not say you were, like, you entirely go with the popular opinion, because I know better than that. I am making my own Spoctor video. I don't know if you've heard, or I don't know if I've told you before, but I am working on my own.
I don't believe you have, and I haven't heard it.
Yeah, I'm basically doing what I did to Coda, but with Spoctor. That's not gonna get released until like next year though. That's got a lot of prep work to do. But like, yeah, there was the whole video that you did with Common Butters and that was like the one on Toby, I think. That was on Toby, right?
That was the one on Toby. I feel like people really misunderstood me in that video, and I did defend myself from both Junkie and Luke with that video, but I gave up on it because at that point I was exhausted. But like,
no, for sure, I get that, but
yeah, I was working a lot. Butters took out a lot of criticisms we had towards Toby, making it less fair, and a lot of people say, "Oh, then why did you let her in the video?" It's like, well, I added her in, and then I didn't want to say, "Oh, you're not going to do what we want you to so fuck off," because like, I can be a bit of a pushover sometimes, and I will admit that was one of my weakest videos. But at the same time, looking back on it, it also aged decently well because things did not end so well for Kai, Omnia, Creepshow, and Luke.
Yeah. My point though at the end of the day is I have seen you occasionally go against the grain. And from the perspective of like me hearing specifically Mally mention it this morning, when she was recapping everything, like apparently like some of the things that you feel you went against the grain on, might not fully align with the timeline of events. I don't have the entire timeline myself, so I can't exactly call you on it one way or another. But I guess I know the Junkie thing. Us commentating on Junkie only came out after Junkie was like exposed for being kind of
No. Me and you talking about him. Yes. Me and you. Our video on Junkie definitely came out after it. I'm talking about the one I did on Junkie and Box of Fox. If I said I did it with you, that was my bad because that was my video.
Oh no, I think that the thing in the specific example that Mally brought up was apparently you brought up your Creepshow video. Again, I don't know the timeline specifically of that, of when the lolcow leaks happened and when you made your video, so I can't double check that one way or another, so I'll just kind of leave that on the table. But according to Mally, that wasn't entirely...
She might be confused which one it is.
Yeah, maybe.
No, that is... Okay, let me grab it. She could be confused as to which one it is, because the problem is I did more than one. But the very first one, that was before the lolcow leaks happened, and you can tell because I'm terrified in it. Like, I'm terrified of Creepshow the whole time. Yep, this one.
Yeah, as I said, I don't remember when the lolcow leaks happened or when you made your video, so I'll take your word for it. I'm not 100% on it. But I know that was like the explicit thing that Mally brought up. Outside of that, I mean, yeah, you did defend Antunes. That I don't think that was a particular popular belief. So I say you have. So you have your moments of going against the grain, at least from my perspective. But again, this was just kind of going off of what Mally was talking about this morning. I'm not entirely on the know on that. Was there anything else particularly?
Well, I know it's going to sound weird, Doodle Tones, but I do actually genuinely enjoy your company. Just some of my friends have been telling me that, dude, look at your size. You've given them chance after chance. Destroy the art community. Anyone who uses an avatar, just destroy them. The big ones like Daft and Spoctor are gone. It's just you. Work with Antunes, join the dark side, and commit the Art CC massacre. But like,
I believe you. I've seen your fans. Some of them can be that strange.
I know, but like these are like IRL friends who have told me that like, dude, just destroy them, just destroy Mal, Oranges, Harley, Lin, Dual Tones, everyone. They're all against you. They're all planning destroy them. But like, I'm not gonna lie. There's a small part of me that thinks I should because it's always been this community giving me issues. Sure, I've received issues from other places, but like 90% of my issues have come from this community. But I don't want to go down that road, and I want to just talk things out with people. Yeah.
Well, if it's any consolation, I wasn't okay. So I too had as I mentioned, I too had an issue with your Hogwarts Legacy video. And for a brief spell that I did think about making a video on it, but I did figure that maybe I would write, like, kind of a pseudo script and then pass it to you directly, because I just got most of your fans off of my back doing, like, 2 videos with you. And I don't want to deal with that again. So I particularly, if I do have an issue with a video, I did plan on going to you directly about it. I just wanted to get all my thoughts in order, and I haven't had the time to do that yet. But
my biggest issue with that whole thing though is it wasn't a Hogwarts Legacy video. That was a very small video.
It was a hate watching video, and there is a couple of issues with the Velma segment. For instance, you kind of debunk your own like premise 5 minutes in. By acknowledging the possibility that some people might be hate watching Velma. Like, you do explicitly mention the possibility that is the case.
Well, yes, but that's the point. The point is, it's not like hate watching is not making something a success. It's not just like every single transphobe is buying Hogwarts Legacy. It's not that Velma became this successful because people hate. Yeah.
It's like I get that, but again, it really does come a lot down to like the way that you present the video, and that was actually going to be a specific note that I was going to make in the pseudo script. Was like, yeah, I don't think you're like a transphobe. I don't think that you are entirely dismissive of like the trans plight, but a lot of the implications in that video are really harmful, especially to someone like Lynn or myself, which
I understand that.
In particular, there's like a point where you're talking about the culture war doesn't go as far as like, or it doesn't go any further than Andrew Tate bad and stuff like that.
No. That's actually one part where I was fuming at Lynn's video because there's like, it wasn't right after the Hogwarts Legacy part. It was like 4 minutes of talking about other stuff, and then when I got to that, Lynn.
Yeah, the thing is again, you might not have meant it this way, and I will give you that benefit of doubt that you did not mean it this way. But the implication to that, considering this was around the time that you were also talking about, like, talking about, like, how much Hogwarts Legacy does not, like, harm people, or how much, you know, it's JK's already rich as is. It does kind of come off like you're insinuating this quote-unquote culture war, which ultimately is the trans panic that we're currently like seeing in 2023 only really affects those that are terminally online, when at the time of your video there were at least 500 anti LGBT and especially anti-trans bills that were like either getting passed or being very heavily considered to be passed.
Mm-hmm.
And again,
oh, go ahead.
and again, to clarify, I don't think that that is exactly what you had intended, but that is how that comes across.
I understand that. I was mostly referring to like the idea that like someone hates this thing so much, and like people hating on J.K. Rowling is what made it a success, or people hated on Velma, and that's why it's a success. Because right after words, I just said they're just big IPs. It's as simple as that. I understand the plight many trans people go through, not as probably as fully as you, because well, you are trans, so you probably have 26 times the knowledge on it that I do.
There's a reason my Hogwarts Legacy video is an hour, yes.
I know. That's something I did learn, because I realized, okay, when I make a short video, things tend to get more mistranslated, so that's why I started making long videos, so it would stop happening. I've been trying to use the script more, but sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, Doodle Tone, sometimes I feel like the harder I try, the more people
Misunderstand, maybe.
yeah. Hey, Dread.
Hi, Doodle Towns.
Hey, Dreadlock.
How are you doing? You doing well?
Well, I'm currently connected to a heating pad, so that's...
She's very, very ill.
Yeah.
I can relate to that, but probably is not much as she has. Well, anyway, I just wanted to say hi.
Wait,
I'll let you...
wait.
What?
Come here.
No, bad touch,
Come
girls.
on,
bad touch.
one kiss.
Bye. Bye. Bye, Doodle Towns.
Alright, take care.
You never get to see a kiss anymore. We are
roommates.
romantic. Yep, we're romantic. We're not gay, but we will slap each other on the ass.
Alright.
But yeah, like, and it's a little also like, I feel like the harder I try, like I was like, okay, I'll start using a script, because I did things unscripted, and it actually improved my grammar and spelling. I'm still dog shit at it, cripplingly bad dyslexia. I actually have to focus on the word how and who, because I can't tell them apart because the word letters dance around. But and then I felt like it got worse. And one thing, and I even have people check over some of my stuff, like Leo Convoy, Hopeless Peaches, and a few other people. And I'm thinking of eventually getting a team on this. But like Mal just said, oh, you're just going of the like the court of public opinion or something along those lines. Like forgot exactly what she said, but like she was like, I was going for the like, it's not my true opinion then, but it's like, it can still be my true opinion, just words can be changed. I felt like Mal was incredibly uncharitable throughout the whole thing, and I'm not happy with her saying I'm lying about the she could be wrong. I will give her the benefit of the doubt and say she probably is thinking about my newer Creepshow art videos. I mean, this thumbnail is kind of hard to tell when it's small, like it's hard to tell that Peaches and Creepshow are in there. But like, I did absolutely call Creepshow out before the lolcow leaks happened, and that was fucking terrifying. It's just that I do feel bad for that time I threw Hopeless Peaches under the bus. And I admitted to it. I didn't hide it. There's no way anyone could have found out. I just came out and said, yeah, I did a shitty thing. I knew most of what was said about her was untrue, so I just tried to talk about the things that were true, and even then I was wrong. I was a piece of shit for doing that. And do you know what I did with the money that video made?
What?
I gave it all to Peaches. And I've never said that publicly.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, because I didn't do it to look good. I did it because I was like, this is blood money. This is something I got in a very dishonest and horrible way. So I gave Peaches the money because she needed it. And right now I've been trying to focus my content on bringing people together. Like, if you've seen my incel video and my is race bending making people more racist video, at the end of each of them, I'm trying to bring people closer together because I've noticed these things that are happening with gender and race and everything. And like, I grew up very homophobic because of my upbringing, and I understand what it's like to be a bigot. And I hated that when I admitted to that, people were like, oh, it doesn't matter. He was once a homophobe. He will always be a homophobe. It's like, the most homophobic people I knew growing up ended up being gay themselves. Like,
Yeah.
remember Darkseid?
Yeah, Darkseid is trans now. I actually got into contact with her, not all that long ago. It's very interesting.
They went out of their way to misgender you. They made it clear, like, oh, misgendering doodle tones. It's like, no, what's the cringiest thing I've ever seen in my life? Have you seen a debate between Ben Shapiro and Blair White?
No. But that sounds really funny.
Ben Shapiro was on purposely going out of his way to misgender Blair White, and you could tell he had to put effort into it. Like, he would have to stop himself to call Blair a he, and Blair was just like, gave him the most shit-eating grin, like, honey, you're not getting to me. I know how I look. I think at one point, I don't know if this is true or not, I don't remember this being a debate, but someone told me, she said that it's like calling Henry Cavill an ugly man. It's not going to work.
Fair enough.
It was the cringiest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I was like, Ben Shapiro, shut the fuck up. Just call, if it looks like a girl, just call it a girl. Like, you're going out of your way. Like, this is like next level transphobia. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. And I can, and now that I've just said that out loud, if it looks like a girl, call it a girl. I can see how that can be taken a very terrible way.
Yeah, yeah, it's stuff like that. Again, I don't hold you to it too much to the grill, because I know you don't mean it that way. But like, yeah, out of context, you could probably figure why that might be an issue for some other people.
I know. Like, I usually am aware of what I say after I say it. Usually. Not always. And I don't think there's much left to talk about, but I will say that, like, I am trying, and I understand you think people are forgiving of me, but
I've seen it.
I think
you definitely have a lot of people in your corner. A lot more than you think.
I know. Leo Convoy has been more than patient with me, but I also hope you understand that I've been patient with people as well. Because, like, Oranges really pissed me off when he just started tweeting, like, Jar's a racist, and then I got him to apologize in private, but he decided not to, like, fix that mistake publicly. And it did really frustrate me, but I'm also patient with people. I just don't understand sometimes. Maybe I wish I didn't have autism so badly.
Well, just something to keep at, I guess.
I know. Well, I do appreciate you taking time out of your day, and I hope your health gets better. I'll try to get you that 50.
Yeah. Yeah, as I said, I just didn't want you to have to wait, like, longer to talk about this if this was something that was, like, legitimately bothering you, so.
It wasn't. It wasn't. I'm not mad about the being in the video. I'm mad about Mally's entitlement towards me after doing something like that. Like, it did frustrate the fuck out of me, and I don't like to hurt people. I don't want it to come to that. I know a lot of my friends tell me like do something about it, but I'm just repeating myself. If we already went through this stuff, it's just I hope your health gets better because like what you're going through must be horrible, and I still don't fully understand what you're going through health wise.
It's certainly not fun. Gallstones, we got a lot of dental problems that I'm currently trying to go through, and the fucking dental health clinic is dragging its feet on that. Chest pains, like, currently, as I said, I'm dealing with an ear infection. Uh, like I've been waking up very, like, uh, sniffly and what have you. My body has just decided to fall apart. So
I know.
I'm sure at the end of it all I'll be fine, but I don't know when the end of it all is. So
I know. This is why, like, while I did say, like, oh, I wish I didn't have autism so badly, I mean, it's not as bad as, like, I have autism, dyslexia, and some spinal issues, but I mean, where did I just come from? I just came from the gym. I just worked out. What you're going through, you can't do that. And, like, as sometimes I do think, I feel sorry for myself. Like, oh, I got a little bit of a mold on my toe, but then you're like, bitch, my whole leg is covered in mold. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess I shouldn't complain that much then, because like what you're going through is absolutely worse, Dual Tones. I am sorry that you're going through all of that.
again, I'll probably be fine. As far as like the stuff that you're going through though, that is a lot more. I guess the word would be permanent. As far as like the autism goes. So and your upbringing, what have you.
I know. There's nothing that's fucked me up more than my mother's upbringing. My autism is manageable most of the time. I can get angry. I really was not happy with myself for yelling at Mal in that call. I did yell at her at one point because my adrenaline got too high and I couldn't control it. But I am legitimately getting sick of people saying Jar uses his autism as an excuse. I am legitimately getting sick of that. I don't believe I ever have. The closest times I've ever used my autism is, dude, like when I said about Spocker, like, dude, you crumpled a bag of chips. I'm autistic, and even I'm more socially aware than that. Holy fucking shit. That was cringy.
That's gonna be fun to talk about in my video.
Yeah, but the thing I am nervous about, the last thing I will bring up to you is I've heard rumors that I don't know how true this is. I just heard rumors that Harley is working on their own Spockter video, and Harley will be talking about my Spockter video in it. And I think Harley, people have also said that Harley wants. I remember these are just rumors. It's unconfirmed, but apparently the rumors state that Harley is planning to deplatform me, and I'm like, I don't like hurting people, but when it comes to either me or them, I'm always going to pick me. YouTube is the one thing I'm good at. It's the one thing that brings me happiness.
Yeah, I will say the only thing that I can confirm in that regard is that Harley is working on their own Spockter video. I don't know anything much more than that, though.
Yeah, sometimes I do feel like it's about making the other person looking worse than actually being a good person, because as frustrated as people are with me, at least they don't hate me as much as Spockter or Daft or Junkie.
Oh, yeah. That's for sure.
Well, oh, and I hope you don't mind, but I did record this call. I'm just doing that with
Oh.
all calls now because I'm kind of paranoid. I'm tired of people saying like, "Oh, Jar said this in the call," and I'm like, I don't remember saying that, so I'm
No.
just now.
Oh, no, yeah, same. I live in a one-party consent state, so I don't usually tell people, but if it's a call that I think might be important later, hopefully it doesn't wind up being important, but usually I do record calls that I think are important, so...
Alright, well...
I don't think this will be important, but you never know.
I know, I just
On
hope you
these
don't...
parts.
I just hope you don't go around telling people, "Oh, Jar said this and that." Like, even just now with Mally, you just revealed to me, "Oh, she said you didn't call Creepshow out before the lol colleagues." Because if you watch my second one, I'm actually referencing my first one, like, because in my first video I said, "Creepshow, imagine if you doxed your sister, if you people were said a bunch of things about you that were true, and they also said you were doxed someone, and I said, and I can say that you didn't dox someone, and that's not saying you're a perfect little angel." And then the all cow leaks happened, and I was like, and I brought that up. I brought up in my last video the doxing example because I thought, okay, that's so fucked up. Not even she would do it. Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, that's also another reason why I like to try to record as much as I can, because I'm also not a particularly great messenger, and I'm fully aware of that. Like being able to have these things to call back to. But yeah, you don't have to worry too much about me, like, speaking out against you or anything like that.
Well,
as I said,
I'm
the only
less
thing...
worried. I'm less
As I
worried
said-
about you because can I tell you what makes you more badass than
Sure.
anyone else I've dealt with? Like, Dual Tones is pretty. I mean, not Dual Tones. Hopeless Peaches is pretty tough. She survived a hit from Luke and all these other people. And while I did do a video, I wasn't going full power. You survived a full power hit from Jar and you kept on walking? Holy shit, most people can't say that, Dual Tones. You're pretty badass for that.
I've also dealt with Medicare. Christ.
Okay, actually, that's even more. Actually, that is more impressive. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm unironically, I'm gonna say this unironically, Mr. Medicare. I actually discovered him first, like, but before I knew you, like, about your existence.
Yeah, no.
I knew him. Yeah. Ever since I found him as internet aristocrat, my brain just said, "Danger, danger, danger. Keep away. Biggest, scariest person that you can ever deal with." And I was like, yeah, Mr. Medicare is, like, unironically the person I was mostly scared of.
No, it's crazy, because people forget, or actually, I don't know if people forget or if people just didn't realize, but by the time I was doing my video on Medicare, I was subscribed to him. Like...
I know, you told me you were a fan of his, and you just found that in your sub feed, and that must have been heart-shattering, and Mr. Medicare, holy fuck, is that guy a dick, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really mean to you in that video, like he is to everyone, and when I saw how upset you were, that's when I eventually told the alt CC, like, I'm done, we're stopping, we're going too far, guys, because I do get angry with people, I do want to get back at them, but I legitimately don't like hurting people.
Yeah. Well, with that though, we've been going for roughly 55-ish minutes, so I don't want to keep you too much, and I know you said you wanted to keep this short, so we'll try to keep this short.
Yeah, but I do genuinely enjoy your company. You're one of the very few people who I can disagree with and have a cordial, I cannot say that word, conversation with. I definitely cannot say that word. There are 5 words I can't say, and that's one of them.
Fair enough.
Alright, well, see you around, Suzy.
Yeah, later. Well, that went a lot better than expected. hopefully I didn't fuck up too badly. If you wind up getting this, Mally or whoever gets this recording, hopefully I didn't fuck up too badly. If I did, feel free to tell me. But with that, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording, hop back in the car.
That's the main portion of this compilation, but here's the part at the very end I wanted to bring up. This is part of a personal interview that Creepy Reading did with Jar for personal notes. Sorry, but I do doubt that it will ever be fully public. But I appreciate Creepy for letting me at least upload the section where I was brought up. Right here.
And the last thing I would like to ask is, why did you stop reaching out to Leo Convoy when he went through his drama? Like, I know, the thing is, like, I get why, as a creator, you wouldn't work with Leo, and that you wouldn't let him in in your projects anymore. But, like, Leo wasn't just, like, a creator to you. He was your friend. Like, he had helped you out, and, like, I've talked to him recently, and, like, he's really fucking been there for you, both in your personal life and, like, outside of that. And I just don't understand why you would abandon him when he likely needed your help the most. Like, when you're so willing to help Zayd, someone who's routinely thrown away his chances, why wouldn't you try to help Leo, even if it just, like, private, like, even if just making sure that the guy's okay in the behind the scenes?
Few reasons have to do with my personal life. Other of it had to do with, like, a lot of the things I heard and seen about him, and I was starting to think, oh my god, am I just being another terrible judge of character? Was he really like this the whole time? And, oh, did you mute?
Yeah, just blew my nose. I didn't want to blow my nose into your ear.
But despite all of that, I think that's one of the worst things I have ever done. I should have reached out to him, and I was planning to eventually reach out to him. Just never got around to it, and he was a friend, and he was in a time of need.
It just seems like with your morals, you very much value second chances and, like, helping people out. Like, even, like, I mean, like, that's probably why we're here, because you helped out Synny. But, like, Leo Convoy, like, I admit that guy did some really bad stuff, but, like, that guy was your homie. I actually didn't reach out to him because I assumed that he was a better friend with you and that you were keeping tabs.
I should have kept tabs. The thing is, though, we can talk about second chances, but the thing is, like, when I saw just the multiple different examples of what he's done, it was just like, this is, like, just such a big pile. And I did... The only thing I did for him...
Did you, like, think he was manipulating you? Like, did you think that, like, if you...
I suspected that could be the case because I'm very easily manipulated, so it's hard to know who to trust. And Lio, he has a very strong presence. He has a very authoritative tone, and I started questioning a lot of things. And I did help him out in the I did give him a boost with my Peaches video, but that's all I did for him, and I wish I did reach out to him and talk to him, at least with my roommate there, because my roommate doesn't get easily manipulated like I do, and I really wish I reached out to him, because I do feel like I abandoned him.
I could easily go into what I personally think about this, and I might as a Patreon thing, but with all the interviews he's conducted, including his most recent one with A-Space, which will be linked in the description, I think you can all come to your own conclusions about what's being said here. I wanted to make sure all of these are here for public record. Whether that'll lead to Jar recognizing his destructive patterns and changing, or hardening his heart like Pharaoh and only becoming worse, will ultimately be up to him. I have personal calls with Jar somewhere, but I want to make it clear so that I'm not asked. No, I won't be handing them out. While I don't really take issue with the people covering Jar's behavior, his personal life doesn't need that level of invasion. Anyways, this is long enough and I've jawed on plenty. So for now, take care.